No, I once swerved away from a car that was going in. Actually, never mind.
Whoa. Okay.
No, I swerved out of the way of a car that was going into the highway in a police chase.
Yeah.
And then I swerved to avoid it, and then it hit the person behind me, and that. We can cut
died?
this part.
So you killed someone.
No,
I
we
don't
won't cut
know.
this
I
part.
don't know. I don't know.
On today's Pardon My Take, Mount Rushmore season is back. We are ready to kick off Mount Rushmore season. It's going to be the best Mount Rushmore season we've ever had. We have some stakes involved. We have some great pairings. We're going to start with the Mount Rushmore of lifetime stats you wish you had. We also have a great interview with actor Arian Moayed. And it was awesome. He's Stewy from Succession. It's one of those interviews we did. He came in the studio and we walked out being like, that guy rocks. He is the man. So some really cool, interesting stories from him about Robin Williams, about Succession, everything. We have movie review, Man on Fire, one of Denzel Washington's best movies.
Big guy, in honor of Mount Rushmore season. Who's on your Mount Rushmore presidents?
Ooh, Ben Franklin.
I like Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. Hank, who do you got?
Dave Portnoy.
Good call.
And Hank. For $1, name a president, Hank.
Taft.
Yeah.
Robert Taft.
Robert Taft. Yes.
Bobby T.
Robbie T. Yeah. Okay, so great show coming your way. And it's brought to you by Premier Rugby Sevens. PFT and Hank and Max are on their way to Austin. If you're listening to this, they're already there. Premier Rugby Sevens is a new top-level professional Rugby Sevens league in the United States. Rugby Sevens is the most exciting game on the planet. 14 minutes long, unpredictable speed, scoring, excitement. If you love football, you'll love Sevens. Listen, I could talk about Rugby Sevens, or PFT, who loves Rugby Sevens, is a rugby guy.
Yeah.
Pitch us on Rugby Sevens.
Okay, I'm super excited. These are some of the best players in the world, and definitely some of the best players in the United States that are playing there. And it's the most fun game to watch. Games, 7-minute halves, so the games are over in about 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Then you move on to the next one. Great for doing a little side wager with the boys, maybe yugging some beers, maybe some beer bets. It's a party. So if you know anything about Rugby Sevens, maybe it's something that you've seen when Donnie and I went overseas to Hong Kong. It's just a massive party. Wear a costume, get dressed up, don't get dressed up. Just go out there and have a great time watching people pass the ball and get tackled.
Yes.
It's that simple, and they're high-scoring games too. So going to be a lot of action. I think I'm going to be on the sidelines for the broadcast that's going out of Premier Rugby 7, so watch it. Hank, where can they watch that if they're watching at home?
He's trying to find right now. It's a traveling circuit model across the U.S. focused on fan festival atmosphere with live music, beer, costumes, activities. Party going on in the stands the whole time. It kicks off this weekend in Austin. Hank, PFT, and Max will be there. Join PFL and Hank as they'll be at Q2 Stadium in Austin, Texas on Saturday, June 17th for Premier Rugby 7's Eastern Conference Kickoff. And we have a special deal for all of our listeners. Use code TRY, T-R-Y, for 20% off tickets. Use code TRY for 20% off tickets. Go party with PFT, Hank, and Max. And go team go. Did you get that, Hank?
It's going to be on CBS Sports Network.
CBS Sports Network.
CBS Sports Network, so you can tune in.
CBS Sports Network.
Nice.
I have the times too.
Tune in on the app.
5:08 p.m.
I have the times.
5:08 p.m. Eastern.
I have the times.
5:32,
5:08.
5:58, and 6:23. Very
love
specific.
A bunch of games, bunch of kickoffs, bunch of good teams.
4 o'clock Central if you're listening.
Yeah,
Yes.
4 o'clock. Come out, say hi. We're going to be there. And
We'll be at the Fan Fest too before.
I'm
Yeah.
rooting for the Texas team, for the Texas
Nice.
rugby team. Hank and I are bitter rivals, so we'll have some bets going on for that one.
I love it. So join Hank and PFT and Max at the Q2 Stadium and use code TRY, promo code TRY for 20% off your tickets to the kickoff to Premier Rugby Sevens. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take. Today is Friday, June 16th, and it's baseball season.
Yeah, and Ricky Fowler's back.
Ricky Fowler's all the way
He shot a
back.
62.
62.
U.S. Open record, I believe.
Holy shit.
Well,
Shoffley could shoot a
Yeah.
better one. So we're taping this in the afternoon because PFT, Hank, and Max are going to Austin tonight. But yes, It is U.S. Open. It is baseball season. It is that first moment after all the other sports end. You're like, okay, summertime.
It's hooky season.
It is.
If you like playing hooky, and I think that you do, perfect time of year to just skip out on work. It's important to have that work-life balance, you know?
Yeah.
Skip out on work, go to the baseball game, and have a couple cold ones.
Yeah, you don't want to be a work guy.
No, you don't. It's also parade season.
Yes.
Parade season. The Nuggets had their championship parade today. For all those that thought that Jokic was going to go home to Serbia and just be, in a stable staring at his horses for hours on end, not yet. Not yet. There's plenty of time for that later. He said that Thursday was the best day of my fucking life. And I told you I don't want to stay in parade, but I fucking want to stay in parade.
Yeah,
So
love it.
Yep.
Because people were starting, not me, but I did see some of the discourse being like, oh, Jokic, like he's trying too hard to not care because I guess he didn't know where his NBA Finals MVP was. I don't think Jokic is he's just being himself.
It's like Brooks.
Yeah,
It's not like he's going online being like, ooh, am I getting points for not caring? Like he's himself.
I was going to say, like, he is kind of a Blake.
Yeah.
Jokic is he's got big Blake energy. Blakeovich.
Yeah. Blakeovich. I like it. So he's still our king. I'm not going to turn on him because he lost the Finals MVP.
No.
He's been drunk. He's been having fun. What the fuck? Let him enjoy himself. People, how you've seen it, I'm sure as well, where people are like he's trying too hard to not care. It's like he's just being an honest guy.
Yeah, he's just sick of running.
Yeah, and what's the payoff? Like where he's not online, he doesn't have like a huge social media following. I don't even know if he has social media. Like he's not doing this for some payoff where it's like he's going to gain some points. He's just being honest. The guy wants to see his horses.
I think it's funny because if you asked me a couple years ago, I probably would have sided more with people that are like, he's trying hard to not care. But only for the reason that as a sports fan watching that, if you see somebody reach the peak of their entire profession, it's a profession that you care about watching on TV so much, and they win a championship and then they're like, oh, whatever. Then you feel about yourself like, well, why do I care so much if this guy's so good and he doesn't care?
Right.
But at the end of the day with Jokic, I think it's 100% legit. Like he spends all year in a country where he doesn't speak the native language. That's not his first language. He's like picked it up along the way. So he wants to go home and again, see his horses. He wants to go home and talk Serbian to his horses.
Yes. So let Jokic just be himself. Let him do his thing. Also, shout out Michael Malone. Oh, no, today he was Mike. He was Mike.
He was date Mike.
He was Prison Mike today.
Nice to meet me.
Maybe on the way to Prison Mike. He was the drunkest guy at the parade. I know when you see these parades, usually the coach is not the drunkest guy. Mm-hmm. I fucking love Mike Malone.
We're running the shit back.
We got to get him back on the show.
Yeah.
He's watching him, backwards hat, running the shit back. Brucey B, he was calling him.
Yeah.
He was like, he was catching, looked like fireball shots from the crowd. He was in a cherry picker. I think maybe it was a fire engine he was on. He looked like he was having the best time ever. He said, "We some greedy bastards, baby."
Yeah.
So Mike Malone, the man, he had a huge chain. What a boss.
He was like the embodiment of the "How do you do, kids" meme when he was rocking the backwards hat, oversized T-shirt that said like "Put these nugs in your pipe and smoke it" or whatever.
Yes.
And then just hammered with a giant T-shirt on. He looked awesome. He looked like he was having the time of his life. And I would give him the parade MVP, the PMVP, and then I would also give this other guy who caught a beer that was thrown at the parade. Have you seen the interview on the news of this guy? No. This is the most Denver bro of all time.
I see it.
Listen to this dude react to catching a beer and then chugging it on the air.
You had the greatest moment of your life. Tell me, there was eye contact involved. Oh, yeah, no, dude. As soon as he tossed me that brewski, I already knew what I had to do, man. I opened up that straight bear claw on him, and I was just like, "Yaw, baby," you know what I mean? Drank it. And as soon as I seen it, I was like, I know what I got to do. Looked at my boy, said, "This is for us." Bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you made eye contact with him, and they threw you a beer? Yeah, no, literally, yeah. Like, cause like I was hyping up the crowd, and he gauged it, and then he just like looked right at me, and I was like, "Dude, I'm the one, bro. Come on, send it my way." And as soon as he did, he launched it. I fucking caught it, and it's just a history story after that. You know what I mean?
It's just a history story after that.
Just a history story after that. That dude's awesome.
Oh, hell yes. He reminds me of the did you see the video of the Philly guy?
The I-95
Yeah,
guy?
I-95 was like, yo, I was sleeping, and I woke up, And then the bridge was gone.
He's like, we lost the World Series, we lost the Super Bowl, we lost I-95.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
What? Oh, no. I didn't hear that part.
Step your highway game up, Max.
I have it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's play it. Let's hear
the
that.
one that went. It was separate from like the video that went viral on Twitter.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should just have just when there's not a lot of sports to talk about, Dudes Rock.
Just go interview a bro.
Yeah.
Dude's Rock of the Week.
Yeah, Dudes Rock of the Week. All right. Other things. Yeah, U.S. Open going on right now. Max looking good. Strong for his first day. What did he finish at? Does he
I think he finished at -2.
Okay.
I think 2 under.
2 under.
We'll take
good
that.
showing from Max.
That's a
yeah.
good showing. You can't. It's what we were talking about. Put the towel over the leaderboard. You can't worry about Ricky Fowler being -8 because it's Ricky Fowler -8, Schauffele -7, and then the next person, Scotty Scheffler -3. Obviously, Brooks hasn't gone yet. Bunch of big names in the afternoon haven't gone yet, but
Oh, and more
feel
importantly,
good, Max.
Max's course record still stands.
Yes,
Unless Schauffele nails this birdie putt
Oh,
for
no.
61.
Isn't he -7?
No, he's tied right now.
Oh,
He's
no.
tied for
Did
minus
I,
eight.
birdie putt.
did I just jinx Max's course record
Jesus
on his home track?
Christ, PFT.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a good spot for Max. Outside of those 2 crazy numbers, like he's right there.
You can't lose your record to a guy.
The
named
course is
Sander.
the course is coming.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this course is kind of washed right now.
Spieth is the only person to ever finish 10 under for a major for the U.S. Open,
Really?
and there's no way. I mean, I feel like the course is coming.
Brooks
course
is
is
going
gonna
to
bite back.
They're not shooting -8 again tomorrow.
How's that going to happen? You think pin placements are going to be more dangerous?
Wind. They'll call up the wind.
Yeah, hit up DARPA.
Yeah. Just be like, hey guys, we're gonna need a gust.
Max also could have been 3 under. There was one putt that he had that just did a 360, stayed on the lip.
Yeah, but he also has some great par saves.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna congratulate par saves. I'm just not. I expect more.
All right.
Yeah, I'm holding to a high standard. 'Cause
Positive
this is
vibes
his
only.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel good about him, but I'm also, we gotta be positive, but we also gotta be. We can't just be giving out gumdrops and candy canes for going -2. We gotta get bet. We gotta build off.
Yeah,
It's
we
good
don't-
start. Build off.
Yeah, you know who else gave out gold stars to everybody?
Yes,
Not a
that's
good guy.
true. Oh, here's Sam Bennett. What else we got? Anything before we get to Mount Rushmore season, which I'm so excited for. God damn it, do I love Mount Rushmore.
I just want to say that if I lived in Las Vegas, this isn't about the Golden Knights. This is about the Oakland Athletics. If I lived in Las Vegas, I would not go to an Oakland Athletic game once they move to town. I think Las Vegas needs to stand, or at least threaten to stand, with Oakland fans. Because think about it this way: if you're getting a team that's illegally robbed from a city and deposited into your city as your new home team to root for, that's like if you hook up with a chick who's married and then you expect that person's going to be loyal to you. Mm-hmm. This is a piece of shit owner. Las Vegas should do in solidarity with Oakland. Tell them we're not going to go to these games. You
So-
can't just take a team away from it. If you want to relocate a team, that owner, first of all, he's a billionaire. He should have to pay for his own stadium.
Facts.
Bleep that out, please.
Him.
Bleep that out too. And
Fuck him in the ass.
fuck him up the A's.
Fuck him in the eye hole.
Yeah, so you should, if you do move a team, you should have to go to prison for 5 years.
Okay.
How's that? How's
like
that?
that.
Just
I
go
like
to
that.
you should go to jail in the town that you abandoned, and then you can get out of prison if you make it, and then you can collect your billions of dollars on the other end.
Counterpoint, there's probably some kids in Las Vegas right now growing up and they're like, yeah, I mean, we just win Stanley Cups and we steal Oakland teams.
I guess so.
The Raiders, they've got practice.
They do have practice
They
stealing
have a lot of
teams.
practice stealing
The Raiders
teams.
bounced around a little bit though. It's
But
just
they still were stolen from the same stadium that the A's play in.
it feels dirty. I would not be comfortable supporting that.
Yeah, no,
Stand
it's
with your
bullshit.
brothers.
I loved the A's doing the reverse boycott.
That
it
was
looked
cool.
awesome, and they won 7 games in a row. Are they still the worst team?
I think they're tied for the worst record. I've lost a lot of money in the last 7 days on my Oakland Athletics bet, which is just the system. I'm betting against their ownership, but still, I think it's close to being. It's about break even.
The A's are a game better than the Royals.
Oh, wow.
They've lost 9 in a row. They're 18-50.
Wow, huge. That's crazy when you win 7 games in a row to go 18-50.
Yeah,
So
Well,
that
they're
means you
19-51 now.
Yeah, but you won 7 games in a row so you were 12-50.
what's his name? John Fisher.
11-50. Yeah, John Fisher. Fuck John Fisher.
Fuck John Fisher. John Fisher doesn't love you, bro. Las Vegas. He doesn't love you.
We stand with Oakland.
Well, now we lost 95, so looks like we're just taking L's. He doesn't have the best luck right now. We lost the World Series, we lost the Super Bowl, and now we lost 95. So looks like we're just taking L's.
It does look like you're
doesn't
just
have the
taking
best
L's.
Hank, what did that clip say? I didn't hear it.
Philly's not having the best luck right now. We lost the Super Bowl, we lost the World Series, and now we lost 95.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're just taking L's.
As a Boston fan, Max, what do you think about that?
Nah, that guy's a legend. Fuck Boston.
All right, should we get to Mount Rushmore season? Then great interview, and we'll see everyone. We're gonna go, we'll do both those things. Fyre Fest.
Max's course
Mount
record still
Rushmore.
stands.
Yes, Max's course record still stands. Clap it up. Clap it up. And he did it as a young college kid.
Cantley is about to come out hot.
Oh, okay. So classic Hank rooting against our friends.
No, Brooks, Max, Cantley.
You know Patrick?
No, but I bet on him.
Mm-hmm.
Can't
So
lay.
if it was Brooks versus Cantley at the end,
Brooks.
yes.
Yeah, if
For
it's Brooks
sure.
and Max at the end.
Hank. Oh, if it
Max,
Brooks and Max,
I win more money.
I would say Max. I would say Max because it's his first.
Yeah. Although it's Brooks 6, that would fucking rock.
I'm gonna wait till what Charlie tells me to say.
I'll you know what? If it's Brooks and Max at the end, I'll just close my eyes.
Hank,
I won't watch it.
If it's Cantley and either Max or Brooks,
Max or Brooks.
will you cash out your Cantley?
I won't be able to because we'll be in Texas, but in theory, I would.
Okay.
You would have.
I mentally will.
you
And I would have
could've,
matched
you
it.
would've.
I would have matched it.
I
too.
mentally will cash out.
Fair point. Speaking of cashing out, before we get to Mount Rushmore is brought to you by ourselves, Barstool Sportsbook. Barstool Sportsbook. Download and sign up for the Barstool Sportsbook today. Terms apply. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. You can bet the U.S. Open. You can bet. Here's something I'm thinking about. Driving over to New Jersey and betting the College World Series. So let's talk a little College World Series real quick.
Bring it to the people,
From
Big
the
Cat.
Barstool Sportsbook. Wake Forest is the favorite. LSU is the second favorite. I think I might just go Vol for life and take Tennessee 8-1.
Tennessee not bad. What's UVA at?
UVA is they've plummeted. So I think they started the day at like 7-1. They're now 5-1. So
okay.
a lot of action on UVA.
What about Tulane?
Tulane is not in the college baseball.
What about
They're on
Oral?
that streak.
They were in.
They're on
the-
that streak.
They were in the tournament.
Yeah.
This is now the third round of the tournament. So they play this regionals, super regionals. Now we're in Omaha.
Is Oral still around?
Oral is still around 25-1.
I'm taking Oral. I'll take Oral any day of the
I
week.
think they're just like the NCAA Cinderella now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Madness, College World Series.
my favorite thing about the College World Series too is the Jello shot counter at that one bar.
Yeah.
LSU is going to dominate that.
Oh, for sure.
So you can go to the Barstool Sportsbook right now. You can bet college baseball. You can bet U.S. Open, regular MLB baseball. It's almost time for NFL futures. Football's right around the corner. Download and sign up for the Barstool Sportsbook today. Terms apply. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. If you love Mount Rushmore season, then go to the Barstool Sportsbook. It is brought to you by the Barstool Sportsbook all summer long. Okay, Mount Rushmore season. It is time. If you are new to the show, every summer we do Mount Rushmore season. There's been different iterations of it. We've obviously added people to the show because we want everyone to get involved. We thought maybe like a 6-man Mount Rushmore would be pretty tedious and long. So we're doing teams again, and the teams are Max and Hank, two guys that love each other. Billy and Jake.
You guys should just be the Celtics.
Yeah.
Team Celts.
Yeah, Team
I like
Celts.
that.
And then PFT and myself, I think we stretch all the age ranges with these Mount Rushmores. So AWL threw out the idea that we should probably have a punishment this year to make it a little more interesting. Hank has already said no to this. I've talked to everyone else. Hank just got here.
Well, he doesn't know what the punishment
He
is, but he
doesn't-
gave a preemptive no,
No.
to it.
Well, if before we even get into it, we've talked about it. We talked about it on FAQs a few weeks ago. You guys, it's fine. It's fun exercise. It's good to get the banter going. But you guys ruined Mount Rushmore 2 years ago when you threw the pizza toppings draft. I will never be able to take it seriously again. That kind of was the end of the competitive side of it. So
I've actually gone back and I've thought about
faith
it.
can never really I can't take it seriously as a competition.
I've thought
I can
about it,
talk
Hank.
about I can talk about my picks, but
Your
I'm
lack of
getting contentious.
competitiveness.
Yeah.
I've
is why
thought about it.
happened.
I've thought about it. And Double Olives was actually a great pick.
Great
for pizza
pick.
draft. The older I get, the more I realize I wasn't throwing that at all.
Yeah.
I was
You guys literally
subconsciously
rigged
trying
Mount
to win
Rushmore.
that.
We did it
So
so
it-
you could get a win.
You're trying to cancel Mount Rushmore?
That's lame. That's poor. That's
okay,
poor.
Hank
no, but-
Lockwoke.
That's in the past. Let's move forward. Let's make it competitive again. I think what we should do is
No, and you guys throw the votes. You guys have the two
No,
biggest
I
vote
know.
getters on one
No,
team.
listen. I've thought about it.
Chill.
Listen, the graphic will be posted with no names attached. So it'll be team 1, team 2, team 3. I promise you that I think what we should do is we should do like a 2-hour voting window and no retweets during those windows. So we can't talk about it. It's people vote. They just see the graphic. They vote. We can talk about it after the votes are done, but that's it. So that way we get both like people, arguing online Mount Rushmore season later on in the afternoon of show days, but we also get a clean vote that has no one like pushing it one way or the other.
What's the punishment?
Okay. The punishment, and again, let me just say 5 out of 6 of us in this room are in on this. Hank, you were the last person to turn your key.
I haven't heard.
Okay,
I don't
so
know if
I
I'm
was
in or
thinking
not.
through punishments, and I was thinking, well, the bowling punishment was great because people could watch along. People like to see, us get punished. The punishment that I am offering up for Mount Rushmore season is the losing team has to do a 24-hour stream in a white padded room, solitary confinement. Obviously, you're not solitary because you're with someone else. 24 hours, nothing else in the room but the two of you.
With a pee hole.
With a pee hole.
See,
Billy's
that
obsessed with the pee hole.
that
He wants a glory hole so bad in
Let's
there.
just get a bunch of
I just
empty
don't.
bottles.
It's hard. I mean, again, if it's 5 out of 6, like I guess that's doesn't matter anyway. My vote doesn't matter. But you're gonna rig it so that you guys don't have
No,
to do
we're
it
not
and
going to rig
watch
it,
one
Hank.
of us
We're not
lose.
going to rig
No.
it. We're not at all going to do that. It's
If
going
we
to be
rig
a
it, we'll
blind
go-
poll,
we
and it's
will
going
go
to
in.
be posted anonymously, and we're not going to retweet it for 2 hours.
And what? And
our fingers
all right,
not on scale.
listen, I'm
Can we have a
I'm down for it.
psychiatrist
I'm
on
down
call?
for the added content.
24 hours in the
and if you guys told us me and Max had to do it anyway, I would do it. But this is just
Cells.
you guys
talk
are
about the cells.
you guys are. It's fine.
Memes
Okay.
was saying maybe you get one ball.
Well, no, we
add
were
something
saying
each hour,
we were
right?
adding something every 2 hours. So it's like after 2 hours, maybe we add a pen and a paper. After another 2 hours, you could sleep in there. You
I
could
would
do
just
whatever.
sleep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
for
do
24
so
hours.
many push-ups.
People just watching you sleep.
Billy's going to treat this
I
like
would
it's
just go on
actual
a
jail.
that.
What if you got a boner while you're sleeping?
That probably. I was gonna say I would just go on a bender before and then sleep, but then that would be miserable.
I think it should be also there should only be one pillow allowed in the whole room.
You know what's going to
The whole
happen
room
is
is a pillow.
if
One
it's
pillow.
if it's Hank, he's going to start yawning, and Max is going to actually kill him. It will be like a prison cell.
It's going to be a psychological test for the losing team.
What happens if someone snaps, though?
You start hallucinating. That's great for ratings.
Yeah.
Can we have someone on call?
And we could do, Hank, what we can also do is we could do a picture-in-a-picture where the losing team is in the 24 hours by themselves, and we could have the other 4 winning teams could offer some, commentary at certain points to keep the stream interesting.
Yeah, listen, I'm never gonna be I'm never gonna turn down extra content. That'd be a good stream.
It'd be a great stream.
No phones.
Let's just hope
No
you guys
phone.
are
no
honest.
phones. Just guys.
And
just guys
honestly, I
vibing,
guess if I'm
living in the
really
moment.
thinking out loud, it's like if AWS really want to watch one of these teams do it, they want to watch you guys have to go in there. So
Sure.
Oh yeah, I
Sure.
guess so. Yeah. No, they would never want to torture you.
Well,
Hank.
now you're doing what you accused us of doing. You're
no, I'm
trying
just
to
thinking.
rig the vote.
I'm thinking out loud.
Okay.
It is a good point. It's a valid point by
Okay,
Hank.
you're rigging the vote.
I'm thinking. No, see, that's the thing.
It's already contentious. You're rigging the vote. All right, so you're in for this.
Yeah, it doesn't. 5 out of 6. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Are we going to be allowed to sleep overnight?
Yeah, you can
Yes.
sleep.
Like
it's
be-
24 hours.
We're going to be left alone.
Can Billy's dog come?
no dogs.
No, but we'll
Actually, Jake and Billy's dog in a room together would be very funny.
But we were thinking about we'll add.
I actually think me and Max would be the worst combination.
I think you guys would be pretty good. We'll add different things throughout. Like we were saying that hour 4 we add like a Game Boy with very little battery left, shit like that. Just to we'll keep spicing it up. But you are in a cell for 24 hours or a padded room. We don't want to say a cell. We don't want to get Mr. Beast canceled here. You're in a padded room for 24 hours with your partner
When?
after Mount Rushmore season.
Which is,
We'll do it in September.
Ugh.
I was
It's got to
actually
be like a Tuesday or Wednesday.
I actually was thinking what would be funny is if we did it.
You guys want to do this in the football season?
Yeah, I was gonna
Labor
say.
Day
Hold on,
weekend.
I'm going to say it. No, what would be
I
funny?
can't do
Can't
Labor
do
Day
Labor Day.
weekend.
No.
I already can't. Yeah.
What would be
I'm on
funny?
vacation.
I have
We'll
a
throw this
bachelor
out there.
party.
I don't know if the office will be fully ready to be able to pull this off, but what would be funny is to do.
Well, that might be better.
Start the Wednesday night before the kickoff for NFL season, so you get out and there's NFL.
That would be good.
Yeah,
That, I
that'd be
mean, I'm
good.
just future you. In the off chance that you do lose, like you would. Football season's
we're gonna
crazy.
try to win. We're gonna try to win. What,
What
Hank's
about
birthday presents here?
what about the?
Happy
oh, well,
birthday,
this is running
Hank.
on Friday, but do you want to?
Well, you have to take this call.
Yeah.
Hello?
He's taking the call for Hank's birthday
Hello?
present.
Yes?
It's a stripper.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'll be
You're
right
gonna get
there.
Sucked off on
I'll be
camera
right there.
right now, big boy.
Yeah, you
And
can
we're
leave it
gonna
right there.
watch.
right.
Ooh, maybe we add a stripper.
All right, bye.
Just what hour 7? There's a stripper added.
Bill, you want to go escort her? I was actually thinking
Pee-hole.
if we did it in some sort of a room that had a glass wall,
Hey, what about bathroom?
we could
What
have
if
the
you just take
stripper
a
just
shit?
dance for us on the other side of
Yeah.
the wall. We could watch.
What if you have to take a shit?
We'll allow every 2 hours you get, or every 3 hours you get like a 5-minute bathroom break.
Well, what if your body doesn't align with that?
You're gonna have
You
to
just
train
have
it.
to hold it in. Every 3 hours you can't. You're not potty trained.
To poop?
Yeah, 3 hours
You
you
never
can't.
know.
You shit before you go in, and I think you'll be okay.
What's
Jake,
the food situation?
The food situation is whatever
We give you.
order to you. We're
Whoever
gonna-
whoever the losers or winners are get to decide the food
we'll
situation.
put it through a hole in the wall.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
There's a high
AWLs are
chance
gonna
we're all
love
doing it.
Well, there's a
The AWLs are gonna
33%.
love
there's a
it.
very easy way to not do it, and that's just to win.
Great.
Yeah. All right, Hank.
this is
happy
great.
30th birthday.
This is great.
We got
Doritos.
$200 worth of Taco Bell because that's the most that they would allow me to order. We're gonna have to make our own quesadillas.
That's a delight.
In
I'm
honor of
starving,
Lucas.
so I
and
want
we
to eat
got
this right now.
some
but I'm
Baja
gonna wait.
Blast for the boys coming in soon
Oh
too.
hell yes.
So what are we gonna do? Like
Thank
2
you,
points for
PFT.
first place, 1 point for second?
Yeah. How do we? Yeah. How do we
I think
decide?
that's
Or no, it should go 3, 2, 1. 3 points for first,
Okay.
2 points for second, 1 point for last.
What if we make last negative points? That would be pretty lit.
Interesting.
Ooh, last place -1 point.
Yeah.
Or I guess 2, 1, 0 is fine.
Same
Yeah,
thing,
2, 1, 0 is fine.
Yeah, but when you
Okay.
add in negative,
Negative.
Yeah.
Or 1-0 negative.
it's just easier if it's 2-1-0.
2, 1, 0. Okay. So we're gonna kick off Mount Rushmore.
And the
season.
voting is only on Twitter. We're
Only on
not
Twitter.
giving the other platforms a voice.
Would you like to?
how can we do
just-
that?
I
How
care
can we
about
do
the other
that?
platforms.
Yeah. How could you do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
We
can
can't.
set up a poll on Instagram, right? IG stories.
Well, then you have to like consolidate the poll results. I think it has to be one poll. We just have to decide.
It's one poll.
Why couldn't you just get?
I mean,
Points.
you guys are whatever.
No,
That's
no.
fine.
Okay, fine. We could do Instagram. That's
no.
fine.
What about Google Drive for a poll?
Okay.
That's no.
Hank,
And you need ID to
as
vote.
our numbers guy, we can do a poll on Instagram and a poll on Twitter, and you can consolidate. You can do the numbers.
What's it doing?
I say we
it's
keep
just
it
the same
simple,
thing
just
for
like we've
both.
done
Yeah.
every single year, which
Yeah.
is we put the poll out at the same time of day on Twitter, and we vote on Twitter.
Well,
It will
here's
be
the
a-
thing. People can listen to the show and then rig it
Well,
based on who they
listen,
want.
that is out of our control. You want to do the poll before anyone listens?
Mail-in voting.
That makes no sense.
Let's do mail-in.
No, I'm down. This is gonna be a disaster, but let's let the chaos ensue.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go,
Pass out these Baja Blasts for the boys.
This is a
Okay,
delight.
nice. We could also, if you guys want, if you think it would be smarter to do the polls like the day after the show comes out, so it's not people don't have it in their mind of who picked what, we can do that.
I will just say this now: whatever we pick, we have to stick with. It can't be like someone starts to lose and then
Correct.
we change the
Agreed.
rules.
Agreed.
What if
Agreed.
we tweet the poll?
I'm down with just Twitter. 2-hour window.
2 hour window?
And we'll
Let's say
noon
11
o'clock every day.
Turn
to
off
2.
retweets and replies.
Yeah, noon to 2.
Turn off tweets and replies. That's smart, Jake.
Yeah, that is smart.
call.
Noon to 2 every day. The poll will go up, and it will be blind. Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, and we'll switch up the teams. Like we'll switch
where they
where they
appear.
are. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Okay.
I like my team. I actually think.
I like my team.
Same.
And
Well,
and AWLs have to vote who they actually think wins. So no rigging on your side.
You can't. I mean, you can vote for whoever you want.
Well, no, you
It's
already
free
did this.
country.
You already tried to rig
It's
it
free
too.
country, big
Okay,
cat.
all right.
It's free country.
Okay.
I'm
I mean,
voting.
Hank
It's like voting for the green candidate.
Hank and Max in that cell would be so good. I think
They would
people,
be the
and
best.
you would get the benefit of me and PFT being able to commentate for the people.
Exactly. So,
Oh my god.
Less producers. You no idea
No,
where that would
we'll
go.
I'll
true.
hire producers.
Yeah,
that's
that's
actually
fine.
true.
Big Cat, I was thinking that if me and you have to do the punishment, we probably just won't talk at all because we don't want to
Save
do
for
the
the
show.
show.
Yeah,
Right,
we want to save for the show. So we're
right.
probably just gonna nap. I mean, you're tired. You're a dad.
Yeah.
You got to catch up on
I'll
sleep.
just sleep.
You're just gonna nap the
You'll just
entire
hold-
time.
Hank would literally sleep the entire time.
No.
Like that's all he does.
Okay,
a-
everyone.
anyway.
All right, so before
Yeah, but Max,
you go,
you would also pace. You would
Bef-
do a lot of pacing around the room and not let Hank sleep.
all right, so
one cares
before you go, one last rule: before the two members go in, they have to take 120 milligrams of Adderall.
I could power
No,
through that.
no, that I might have a psychotic
That sounds illegal.
break.
That sounds illegal.
Give me that and some MJ, and I'd still power through and sleep.
Okay, all right. So first up,
It's like you're having a knife fight in your stomach between
Yeah,
all
I'm
the
like the
Kimmers.
Wolf of Wall Street.
First up, we're going to do Mount Rushmore lifetime stats we wish we had. So these are stats you wish you could just pull up and be like, oh, I've done this many times. In terms of order, snake draft, obviously. I'm going to put a number behind my back, 1, 2, or 3. I'll show PFT. You want me to show the camera too?
Questionable, your teammate.
How do you want to do it?
Lottery ball. We did lottery ball closest too.
All right, but that's easier when you.
How about this?
someone-
Big Cat.
How is this difficult?
That's what we did last year.
How is this so difficult?
It's just everything is a
It's
lot
so
more.
potential.
There's so much
For
more
the AWs,
at
for the
stake here. There's a
AWL who
lot
said
more at
they
stake
wanted
here.
there to be more at stake, you got it. Because
Okay.
now it's already like
Again, like I used to
Tension in
love
this room.
that. You guys used to get so mad about the Mount Rushmore polls, and then you just ruined it. So
Okay,
it's
Big
like,
Cat, just tell me what the number is. I'm going to
it's
write
so
it down.
hard for me
Okay,
to,
all right,
to,
all right,
to take
all
you guys at your
I'm gonna
word.
put a number behind my back,
Okay.
and then
I typed one button.
all right. So
in
PFT's
there.
hands are up. So you guess, then you guys guess. If neither of you get it, then we get to
One to what?
one, 2, or 3.
And if you get it right, then you go on what days should they go? We should do it every
Yeah, so that everyone has the same position.
Yeah, no, we'll
the
just
same
start
amount of
rotating
times.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then
Yeah.
who cares? 3.
Okay, you got it.
Okay.
All right, great.
All right.
Do I get to
Happy
pick?
we did all
Do we
that.
get to pick?
Yeah, you guys get to pick the first order,
What?
and then we're gonna just rotate
Yeah,
from
let's-
that.
Yeah.
So you guys say, you guys pick the order?
Oh man, fuck. We'll go first.
Okay, who's gonna go second?
You.
Okay.
All right, so you guys will go clockwise.
Yep.
I actually
So
don't
you
like
guys-
these picks.
Are you sure
Next
Max?
one will go first.
Are you sure Max wouldn't be more comfortable going second?
Well, no, Jake's the new
Yeah.
second guy.
That's true.
Second place.
It is. All right. So Mount Rushmore of lifetime stats you wish you had.
I love it.
Beers drank.
Good
right.
first pick.
Good pick, good
That would have probably been our first pick. Good first pick.
Yeah, great first pick.
Great first pick. Okay. Anything else you want to say about that? What's your guys' guess?
My guess is if you're averaging, and you obviously have to average out over the years, 10-ish beers a night drank
It's a tough thing to
over
figure out.
15
Every
years. No, average. Like sometimes it's 20, sometimes it's 5.
You think you drank 10 beers a day for 10 years?
No, 10 beers a night drank. Like I don't. If I'm drinking,
I think I drank 5,000 beers in college, if I had to guess. 25 beers a week for...
I can't do math.
I'm going 35, 52 weeks in a year.
35 a week for 52 weeks, but you've only...
Yeah, but
You definitely haven't drank as much beer as us.
right.
I think no matter what you would guess, I think
Me
it'd
and
probably
Billy's
be
probably
less.
drank more beer than me.
Yeah, it would be an awesome stat, though.
Same.
Okay, PFT.
I've drank a zillion. I did the math one time.
I think we should go with 5 if we want to do that. If we want to just keep, and we can get the other ones. What do you think?
I like one.
Yeah,
I like one a lot.
Okay.
That might
All
get
right,
taken
all right,
because
let's do it.
I don't
Yeah,
think they're going to
yeah,
take
you're
5.
right, you're
They're
right,
not
you're
going to
right,
take
you're right.
5.
We're
all
gonna
right,
take 5.
all right. Our first pick will be biggest shits taken
I want to know.
Wait,
Like length or weight?
at weight, length, everything.
Yeah.
Give me all the
numbers?
stats about all my shits.
Yeah, you get like Amazon Prime stats.
Yeah.
We've all had
for
some
all those.
snakes.
What are you shaking?
I had that down. I took it off because who really cares? Like you're gonna
Oh,
go
I
around
care.
and like
I
flex.
would
No.
absolutely wanna know.
You're gonna go
I
around
care.
and flex to your boys about like.
I
Yes.
disagree, Max, but I
Yeah.
completely agree with you.
Max-
Max is right.
do you
you
guys
ever-
have a shit group chat?
Have you ever heard of a little app called Snapchat that was entirely invented just so people could send pictures of their shits to each
It'd also
other?
be sick to have like all the stats where it's like how much bigger they got as you got older.
I think I've taken a 5-pound shit before.
I do too.
No.
Yes.
5
Oh, yeah,
pounds?
yeah.
Yes.
Who cares?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
You
cares?
care.
Who
You
cares?
care,
Who
Max.
cares?
Okay.
Or
Billy,
even like Pantone.
Yeah. All the stats. Yes.
You get like a Kirk Goldsberry heat map.
Sometimes you have like one green one, and you're like, "What the hell was that?"
Sometimes orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, a spray.
Dude.
you could also do a spray chart of your toilet.
Yeah. Percentage of diarrheas. Like,
Oh my
It
God.
would be incredible to
I'm
see
like
all
30%.
of that.
I want to see Lamar Jackson.
Sounds like you guys like this pick.
That's a great pick.
No,
Yeah.
Thanks,
Max
Jake.
is right.
Okay.
Thanks, Jake.
All right.
Who
Jake and
cares?
Billy.
Very cool.
Jake, will you do the honors?
Yep. Number of times you've ejaculated.
Ooh,
Oh, okay. Bonk.
that's gross.
Hell yeah.
You got to put it on the graphic like that. That's just a preposterous way to say that.
Every time, and we want some of the stats, volume, mobility.
Wait,
of
so you thought shits was weird, and you want this?
Yeah,
Oh, dude, this is
Wait, but you
This
thought
is-
you were like, what are you going to tell your friends about the shits? Are you going to tell your friends about
I
the
said
shits?
that.
no,
I
but
said
that.
then you're like it's
Yeah.
just for you,
Guys,
It's just like
look at the numbers on this load that I shot last night.
no, but it's for you.
Percentage that ended up in your belly button.
Yeah, just like
Yeah,
how
sweet.
much you can nut.
Billy wants to do a combine for his sperm. That's what I'm getting out of all
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
It'd be fun.
All right. Good first pick.
Oh, we gotta go.
Snake draft.
Yep. Number of serial killers walked by.
That's
Good
that's
one.
a pretty good pick, Billy.
I
Yeah,
like that.
because then it's like holy shit, 6.
What defines serial killer?
I think it's over 3 people.
Okay.
3 and over.
Okay.
I think double homicide is not serial.
Good pick. Good pick.
Like separate occasions. Yeah, separate occasions, right?
Yeah, like
premeditated shit.
manslaughter. I think also counts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good pick.
Actually, no manslaughter.
But Billy, you spend a lot of time at the VA with your fellow veterans, so your numbers would be pretty crazy.
That doesn't count.
Okay. All right. So wars don't count.
I mean, we're moving to O Block.
Wars don't count.
No.
Okay. So Billy doesn't. care
War
about the
crimes.
veterans.
War
No.
crimes do count.
War crimes count.
But,
According
like,
to who?
Define crime.
The Hague. The Hague.
Convicted?
The Hague.
The
Okay.
Hague.
All right.
Has to be convicted.
Yeah, we hung out with Aaron Rodgers.
Fair trial.
Okay. Our next pick. Now I think we should go 5.
Yeah, we'll take 5.
All right.
The number and amount of drugs that you've taken
And type
and type of drugs that you've taken.
everything. Just
Yeah.
all the drugs you've taken.
You get to have
So we want on the graphic.
drugs taken.
drugs
drugs
taken.
taken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got like you got little icons that I'm envisioning pulling up like you're in Minority Report and you're
Yeah.
like tapping, okay, here's where I took ecstasy in Hong Kong. Here's
Yeah. Like just how much cocaine did I do in my 20s?
yeah.
Would like to know that. And then the weird ones, you get the weird ones that are like one time only kind of stuff.
Yeah, and then you also get the version of that you can pull up and show to your doctor, the lying version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. And I mean,
Your Finsta for drugs. Yeah.
pounds of weed. Whew, that would be fascinating to scroll through.
Yeah, it'd be a lot.
It would be a lot.
It'd be concerning.
Yeah, but it would be fun to look at.
I was, you know,
fun.
as I just turned 30, I was like thinking, because obviously it's like, you know, when you're teens, you just start kind of going down that path. But it was like, I did some reflection listening to the Life episode, and I was like, my 20s was just all under the influences of things over the years.
Yes.
And like, that's a lot.
It'd be
That's a
cool
lot.
to see also
I should probably take a break.
like the total hours that you've spent inebriated.
Yeah, it would be fun too to look at it while high.
yeah.
Yep. Your
Like
screen
really
time.
get like real.
Well,
meta
and
on it.
I would like the one-offs, like the like I took
Oh,
that
shit,
one
I
time,
did.
like
Or-
yeah,
or
like this
even-
guy gave me this,
Yeah,
and I went to a concert,
or you
and-
don't even know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh shit, I smoked that joint. It did seem kind of funny. That was angel dust.
I did get QB sneaked.
yeah,
I wasn't just too drunk.
Billy got roofied.
Yeah. Okay.
Billy. I feel like Billy likes to think he got roofied a
Yeah.
lot.
Billy's gonna
Yeah.
be like, "Where's the
No,
roofie
it was
tab?"
one time. It was one time.
Billy gets home, he's like, still got it.
Okay.
Oh,
Two picks
is
coming
this
up.
happening in heaven? I have is this at the gates of heaven? We're getting this.
No, it's
stat?
just someone hands you a notebook and like, "Hey, here are all your stats."
Yeah, but,
you can
but it's
pull
not
up-
the complete. I'm imagining like you're at the gates of heaven. You're seeing all these stats.
No, it's like Stat Muse. It's Stat Boost where you can like look. Okay, here's when I drank this beer. You can pull up. You can sort the data. You can You can like sort the different numbers and different columns. You can get whatever you want. Whatever.
there's
it's
so
like.
Yeah,
much
the
time left.
data would be exciting.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with sports minutes watched.
Ooh, good one.
Because again, if you're breaking into data, it'd be interesting to see the different sports which sports you watch the most, who knows ball the most, if you can compare and contrast with your friends to be like, it's like kind of like Spotify end of the year. Like,
yeah,
I'm in top 1%. Where are you?
Mm-hmm. I think I'm top 1% of Maction. I think I would be in the world.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I could say I'm top 1% in, but watching Maction is there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then again, if we're talking about data and like actually being able to see, like, to me, what would be interesting was the data would be text messages sent, and then also seeing, like, text to girls, text to friends, text to work.
Text messages sent. Okay.
Where are you sending your text? I mean, everyone texts all day, right?
Your ratio of text received to text sent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a great pick.
Yeah,
but it's your pick.
Yeah.
That's fine. Good pick, Max.
Yeah.
You're either gonna find out you only talk to dudes or you only talk to chicks.
What's that, Max? It wasn't
I
your
didn't say
pick?
anything.
That was my pick. That was my pick. I mean, Max's picks. Well, I mean,
Oh, your live stream's going to be so awesome.
we'll give another one for
You guys are
Max.
already
Yeah,
falling
okay.
apart.
I have
Throwing your
I've
teammate under the
one
bus.
in there that I think is great.
Okay. All right. We're up next.
It's not at the top of the list.
I think we go with 3. Yeah. You
Okay,
Like 3?
yeah,
All right.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right. I'm gonna say 3. All right. Let me phrase this correctly so that we can workshop it. But it's basically its biggest comeback based on win probability and getting out of trouble with your wife, girlfriend, or parents or boss. So it's basically what, like, your stats of you're in trouble and you got out of trouble, and seeing the win probability. Like, you had a 2% chance of getting out of this pickle, and you found a way to get out of it.
You got out of
That's
it.
not gonna look good on the graphic, but I love that.
Well, so,
Yeah.
like, what do you want on the graph?
It's win probability.
7 words or less.
of getting out of trouble.
Biggest comeback in terms of win probability and getting out of trouble.
Yeah.
Biggest.
Yeah.
You
Give it
don't
to
like
him.
that? Hank, yours would be
No,
on fire.
I just don't know how
your
it's gonna
entire
fit.
team's in trouble.
Yeah, Hank.
Yeah, and my 20s.
Yeah, you were in trouble. You got fired, and then you just kept showing up. You were like the reverse Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah. How close were you to being in, like, big time trouble, and then you got yourself out of it?
Biggest comeback in getting out of trouble.
Yeah.
By win probability.
By win probability.
Yeah,
It's a great pick.
it's a good pick.
It's a pick.
It's a great pick.
It's a pick.
All right. Text messages.
Like you're about to get arrested, you tell the cop a
It's the
great
data,
lie.
the interesting data.
The cop believes
This
it.
would be very interesting data to be able to basically list all the times you were in trouble,
The cop pulls
even
you
the
over.
small ones.
You get pulled over by a cop. Maybe you have something in the car that you shouldn't have. You tell the cop a great lie about where you're going. Cop's like, okay, I'm going to let you off with a warning.
Yeah.
You want to know that? I was
Yeah.
at 99.8%. I was getting locked up.
How close? All right. Your guys' last 2 picks.
So you guys can veto this. It's a little similar to Hank's other one, but we had number of football games you've watched at least 1 second of.
I think
Veto.
that's the
It's
same.
very
Veto,
similar, yeah.
That's a veto.
Okay, because you figure it's 250, 272 a year times whatever. It'd be a
Veto.
lot.
Yeah, veto.
Okay.
Veto.
Number of days you've spent on the toilet.
Okay.
Okay.
But the shit stat that we brought up, that
I
wasn't
never
good
said
enough for you
anything-
guys?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You spend a lot of time playing games and texting on the toilet.
Okay.
Translate that to days. You spent a decent amount of
Okay.
your
Okay.
lives on the toilet.
That's a pick.
All right.
Yeah.
Big cat for ours.
Wait, no, they have one
oh,
more.
yeah, yeah. Getting lost in the snake.
Last
What are you
one.
thinking, Jake?
Who was my team last year?
It was. I think you
kicked
were by
everyone off.
yourself because you were. Yeah.
I was gonna say my team last year
so
sucked.
salty. Yeah, you
I
were
came
so
in
salty.
I came in halfway through, and then you kicked
Oh
me
no,
off,
I had
and then
I had
yeah.
Liam.
Yeah. And then you got salty for some reason, as is tradition in Mount Rushmore season. Hank takes his ball and goes home.
Oh no, you guys! if you guys could remember, whatever, it was all behind the scenes. You guys used to cry about the polls.
We didn't cry about the polls. We suggested
He would
do-
come in crying,
I would not. I
tears
never
rolling down his face.
Big strong man, tears in his eyes. I suggested doing this one the way that we're doing it this year one time.
Numbers.
Okay. What do you guys got? You're on the clock. Come up with a pick.
Should we do
3, 2, 1.
how many partners you've had?
Okay.
You can. I mean, you can just know that.
Billy, you fucking Casanova, dude.
No,
What are you?
no,
I don't know. I don't know.
That's good. All right,
Jay-
all right.
No,
no,
you-
that's
can
the
we,
pick.
Can we change the
no,
pick?
that's
Change
the
the
pick.
pick.
That's the
numbers
pick.
of pounds lifted.
No, that's
No,
the pick.
no, you
Billy
said
and Jake,
Jake
fuck
was
so
better.
much.
Jake wrote
You guys,
on,
Wilt Chamberlain
you
over
wrote,
here?
He
I
wrote
mean-
it on the thing.
I mean, we're not changing the pick because of the reaction.
No,
The pick is
no,
the
the
pick.
pick is the pick.
The pick is
The
the
pick.
pick. The pick is in.
Yeah. Wow, what fascinating data.
So I like our number 6 that we have, Big Cat. I also like our number 4.
I think we should go 4.
Okay, I was gonna say 4, 6, or 7.
All right.
Okay, we'll go 4. We'll go
7 might.
4. 7 totally takes a big dump on what they just
could.
did.
Yeah. All right. Let's do 7 then.
Okay.
Yeah.
7 is chicks that you totally could have banged.
Yeah.
That
So,
you
like-
that you never knew.
Like you never knew, but like they were down.
They were down.
They
Yep.
were
that'd be
down,
great.
and you
Yep.
you had
That's good.
you were
Nah,
like
that's good. That's good.
completely oblivious or something with you too drunk. Whatever.
I'd
it
kill
could've
myself again, probably.
been. Yeah, just to see that and be like, oh fuck.
And there would be some real shockers on that list. I
Yeah,
bet.
big time.
Yeah, that's a great pick.
But then there would also probably be somewhere you're like, oh, where's she? And you keep like looking for
Yeah.
her. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh shit.
But
she
also,
never wanted to.
There'd
Yeah.
be ones that'd be like, oh my god, that's terrifying.
Yeah, and then you could tell your friend like, I totally could have banged this person.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney somehow was on my list.
Yeah.
No, but
Crazy.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let Max said he has one he
You know Sydney
loves.
Sweeney is.
Do I?
No, I do love this.
Yeah.
I love this.
She's the it girl right now.
Oh yeah,
you
yeah,
know
oh yeah,
Sydney
yeah.
Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney, yeah.
Do you think, Hank? Do you think when I told J Lo that her hair smelled nice, do you think she would show up on my stats? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
What
I mean, her and A-Rod broke up. It's like, how do you get back at this guy?
You might have both of them on the list. Who knows?
Oh, okay.
But
Get
you're
with
gonna
his
get,
co-host.
You're gonna get like randoms like
Oh yeah, it would be great.
woman that
Just
works
look
at
it all.
DMV.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
and it's gonna be like what?
Yeah.
And that's just
I
like
fell in love with-
attendant.
I fell in love with the airport today.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Me and the girl were both getting up through Clear together.
Shit. Could have been on your list.
We exchanged, we had some pleasantries.
Okay.
Went our separate ways.
I love exchanging pleasantries.
and I would love to know if
She was down.
Yeah.
She was down to clown.
I never will.
She totally was.
Yeah.
She totally was. Hey.
All
She
right.
laughs. She
Your
laughs at
last
my
pick.
joke.
Wait. I want to hear what your joke was going through. Clear.
We both went through Clear, and then she was in front of me, but then she was like, "Oh, you can go first." And I was like, "Thanks." And then we went into separate security lines, and then she ended up getting her stuff in first. So she was in front of me to go through the metal detector, and I was like, "Oh, you won the race," and she started dying.
Fuck yes. You crushed that.
Yeah.
She definitely wanted some.
Yeah.
She wanted a piece. Okay. Last pick.
This is me.
wow.
This is
Or-
us.
Oh,
Well,
Team
you
sport.
said. I mean, you said
Damn.
whatever. This is me.
This is us.
Wow.
Max is throwing you big time. on
I
the
also
bus
did.
today.
I also did text Hank right before this. I'm like, I'm gonna let you run point. Like you're the captain here. Experience matters. And then there was one pick. There was one pick that whatever.
Tell us. What do go
No,
ahead.
no, you saw
Oh.
it. The text message.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now I'm like,
You also didn't have beers on there.
Max-
we're not.
No,
Max,
beers is
we're
great.
Not, we're,
Beers is great.
Yeah,
Beers- we're
so-
fine.
So
That's
if you
fine.
want me to
That's
run
so
point,
one.
Yeah.
you have to live with fucking. You gotta live with
All
it.
right. Yeah.
we
You
go.
run point. Run point.
Yeah. No.
You go.
No.
Run point.
Okay.
I'm passing you the
So you guys
ball.
have a
Okay,
pick?
all right,
I'm point guard.
Shot
Here's the
clock.
ball.
Can we get a pick?
Dribble,
Laughs,
pass.
Laughs received.
Okay.
So you could like brag to your boys, be like, "I'm funnier than you." You could bring it up to girls. Very useful there too.
Yeah.
Chicks love that when you're like,
I had
hey,
something-
look
No,
how
but
funny
it-
I am by the stats.
No, but it's just a no. It's
I
just
think it's
no.
pretty lame.
No, I had
No.
something similar. Jokes landed.
Yeah,
was-
jokes landed. Same.
Yeah, like your
basically the
percentage
same
jokes
thing.
landed. Well, not the same thing. You have laughs received.
Well, like yeah,
So
yeah.
those could be laughs at you.
Yeah, you could
not
like fall
with
and
you.
hit your head.
Yeah.
People laugh at you.
No, but we've talked about it. It's a Rolodex of stats. So you get all of the stats within laughs.
okay.
Okay. All right.
That's a better pick than Hank's text message.
Yeah.
So good job, Max.
All right, so that's the first Mount Rushmore. Do we have honorable mentions? We had a couple. I would love to know this shooting percentage on trash cans. Just like your heat map. The longest shot you've ever made. What I would say I'm probably 50%. I miss a lot, but it would be nice to see the whole thing.
Pairs of socks.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Good one.
You probably should have taken that.
What about dogs petted?
Oh yeah.
And all the breeds
I would
and
love
stuff?
to know that.
Max would have a single digits.
Max would be
No, I would,
Brody
I would
that one
crush
time
that.
before the game started.
Pounds
Max would be
lifted.
it'd be the Jason Terry meme.
If only there was halftime footage of that. Me and Brody were being absolute boys during halftime.
Max had calories consumed, which I thought was like, who wants to see that?
That would be
that.
depressing.
or
It's good to know.
pounds lifted in like your if you like really tried how high your maxes could have been.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a similar one where it's like,
What is that?
If you had truly applied yourself, how fast you could be,
Yeah.
like how good you could be at a sport if you had dedicated yourself.
You're like, what's your athletic potential to its absolute max?
Limit doesn't exist for any of us.
Limit doesn't say. I also
No,
had
there's a limit.
parallel parking percentage. That would be good just to see how many times you've nailed it, how many times you've totally
Laws
fucked it up.
broken.
Laws broke would
good
be
one.
great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was
Damn.
a
That
miss.
was-
Your honorable
Oh.
mentions are better than your picks.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
A boring
yeah.
one. A boring
Yeah.
one that I would
Fuck.
like to see is hours slept would
Fuck.
be fun. Hours slept
Yeah.
would be interesting to look at.
That'd be good.
That one's pretty.
You could probably calculate
Yeah,
that.
that's
It'd be
pretty.
boring.
You could get within.
You could get it though.
yeah.
What about steps taken?
That's a good one.
Yeah, chicken
Okay.
wings eaten.
Ooh. Yeah.
I bet you I'd be top in this room.
Yeah.
I
I'd say,
think I've ate way more chicken wings than
but
anybody else. here.
animals eating like full animals, like you've eaten like 20 like bulls in your lifetime or
Yeah.
100 chickens.
Yeah.
One that just popped in my head that would have been great is like closest you've been to death.
Yeah, we had that. But
Yeah, like you like
Chose partners instead.
the moments. Yeah,
Closest you've been to death without knowing it.
Yeah,
would be
without
cool.
knowing.
like
yeah.
Final Destination.
yeah. Like
moments.
how close were you actually to dying in that moment?
Yep.
Selfishly, a number of water bottles drank.
Okay, that's,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
So
done
like,
that. That's
how much
honest.
of the environment you've destroyed on your own?
It's not great.
times ejaculated listening to Al Michaels.
This one's dark, but how many people you've killed inadvertently?
And how many was that for you, Billy?
No, like
I think-
butterfly effect. Like you
I
threw
think-
something in the trash can lit on fire.
Well, that's everybody. So every single
everybody-
thing that you do is killing everybody.
Yeah, but like inadvertently, but sort of related.
I think you think that you've killed somebody. I wouldn't put it past you.
No, I once swerved away from a car that was going in. Actually, never mind.
Whoa. Okay.
No, I swerved out of the way of a car that was going into the highway in a police chase.
Yeah.
And then I swerved to avoid it, and then it hit the person behind me. And that. We can
Person
cut
died?
this part.
So you
Let's-
killed
let's-
somebody.
No,
I
we
don't
won't cut
know.
this
I
part.
don't know. I don't know.
Actually,
about- what
a
about-
better pick would have
I
been
called 911. I pulled over and called
a
911.
better pick would have been lives saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's one that I definitely don't want to know, but I had it on my list. Gambling record.
Yeah.
That one I do not want to know. I'd never ever want to know it, but man, would it be interesting for a second. And then I would be like PFT during Mount Rushmore season, just crying everywhere.
Just weeping.
Just openly weeping on my gambling
I had
record.
such a hard time with Mount Rushmore season. You guys, I lost sleep. I cried. In fact, that's why I lost my hair.
Okay. That was good. That was a good Mount Rushmore. Good start to the season.
Yeah.
Everyone feel good?
Jake, Billy, great job. Big Cat, great job.
Yes, great job.
Good job, everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
We're off.
So go vote noon to 2. No one's gonna fuck with the polls. Noon to 2, and we're gonna have it be no names on the polls.
Before we get to our interview with Arian Moayed, it's brought to you by Sport Clips. Love Sport Clips. Gentlemen, we want it all. We want to play it by ear, and we want to have definite plans. We want to overshare life stories, and we want to remain mysterious. We want to be hip, and we want to wear the same sweatshirt every day. But sadly, we can't have it all unless you're at Sport Clips Haircuts. That's where you can tune into the game, and you can tune out your work pings. You know what the best part about Sport Clips is? It's the MVP experience, the hot steam towel, and you get the up the downtime with the MVP experience as well. You get the massaging shampoo, which just takes you into a zone of bliss. You're in a little cone of bliss when you're at Sport Clips. We get to have it all at Sport Clips. Walk in, or you can check in online, save some time, skip the line. Sport Clips is a game changer. Go to Sport Clips. It's the place where guys can get their hair cut and tune out all the stuff we want to tune out and tune into the stuff that we want to tune into. Sport Clips is a game changer. The interview is also brought to you by BetterHelp. It's so easy to get caught up in what everyone else needs from you and never take a moment to think about what you need from yourself. When we spend all of our time giving, it can leave us feeling stretched thin and burned out, running on empty. Therapy is an opportunity to intentionally put yourself first. It can give you the tools to find more balance, clarity, and intention in your life so you can keep supporting others while also thriving as an individual. I've been talking to a therapist recently. I've experienced loss in my life. It's good to get some of your thoughts, some of your emotions out so you don't keep them all bottled in, because guess what? When you keep stuff bottled in, it does not allow you to function at your optimal efficiency. It does not allow you to be who you really want to be. Talking to somebody is a good way to get those thoughts out, verbalized. And with BetterHelp, it's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. If you're ready to try it out, just fill out a brief questionnaire. You can get matched with a licensed therapist. You can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/PMT today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/PMT. And now, here's Arian Moayed.
We now welcome on a very special guest. It is actor Arian Moayed. You probably know him from Succession. He's done a lot of stuff, though.
Yeah.
Stewy from Succession. Let's start there because
It's a show that was on HBO.
yeah, is it
now called Max?
Is it a little? I mean, it was an incredible show.
Yeah.
Your character was incredible. We loved watching it. Do you feel like though a little? Everyone's like, "Hey, that's Stewy." And you're
yeah.
like I've done a ton of other things. Like I'm an accomplished actor.
Yeah. No, I was just literally on Broadway, and they'd see me on Broadway, and then they'd be like, "Stewy, I love you."
But
Yeah, I mean, it's so fun to be in a show that's so amazing, and everyone fucking loves the show, but
Yeah, it's
also loved.
Yeah.
Just like the characters just loved.
yeah, which is crazy because everyone in that show is a terrible person.
Yeah.
And it's like to have people be like, "Oh, Stewy, I loved your character." That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, so is that weird that people love Stewy, but Stewy is an utter scumbag?
I mean, who isn't a scumbag on that show? But he's a scumbag that's fun.
Yes.
And he would have a good time at a party. I remember we were for the Kendall birthday party. There was conversation that Stewy was going to be at that party, and I remember a bunch of writers were at the monitor, and this must have been a couple episodes prior to that. And they're like, "There's going to be a party, and it's going to be Kendall's 40th birthday party. And do you think Stewy should be there?" I'm like, "Is the party going to be cool?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "No." I said, "No, he's not going to be there."
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Because that's who he is. I mean, he knows he's a dickhead, but he's a complete. He knows what he's not going to lie to you about.
Yeah, he's
Right.
kind of. I was about to say he's an honest dickhead. There are a lot of dickheads that are like, they go behind people's backs. They don't say what they actually
No, he's
going
gonna say
to
it to you.
an angle. He'll say it to you.
Yeah, in that last episode, he goes votes one way, and like 5 minutes later, when his vote loses, congratulates the new guy.
Yeah, right. He's
And it's
always
like, "You're
winning."
amazing. See, talk to you soon.
Yeah, he plays both sides. You're always winning. So when you take that role, did you have any idea that this show was going to be as successful as it is? Because it had to have been a weird experience to, tape the pilot or, be in the first season and then slowly like, oh, shit, this is really
Yeah,
resonating and people are starting to recognize me.
Yeah, I mean, to be real, when we were shooting season 1 and we were reading the scripts, we knew it was special, but honestly, that doesn't mean that it's going to be popular.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just the truth. That it kind of goes the same with sports. You can be a special player. It doesn't mean you're going to win a championship.
Right.
And so in this scenario, we were reading these scripts and it was just like special. And I remember we were shooting the wedding in England, and it was me, Ash Zuckerman. Ash plays Nate, and Sarah Snook, Shiv. We were just chatting in the car, and the conversation was, "Is anyone gonna get this? Like, is anyone gonna get what we're doing?" Because that scene, those scenes in the wedding, all of a sudden we're now seeing everyone
Right.
in their element, not just in a table read, and it's like, oh, everyone's a dickhead in this
Yeah.
show. Like, everyone's a dickhead. And so then it started to dawn on us, like, well, people get what we're doing here. And to be real with you, if you look, the reviews came out and they didn't.
Yeah. I would
didn't.
agree.
And so it's a very fascinating thing, because it took a few episodes for them to get in and get into it, and by episode 5 or 6 it starts really super clicking, and so maybe the reviews only saw the first 2 or 3, you know what I mean? So it was interesting, but we believed in it. And then I think when that boardroom episode hit,
Yeah.
in episode 1 where he loses that boardroom vote, and it's also the middle of the season. I think everyone that was watching it got caught on. And then we were shooting season 2, and we're shooting Lake Placid, up in Lake Placid, to shoot the episode like 4 or 5 of season 2. Our Gesties, I think is the name of it, and we were shooting that episode. And as we were on our first day of shooting, we were leaving, and we leave the bar, and this guy comes out of the bar and says, "You guys are gonna be fucking famous." I said, he just said it, and we all kind of like looked at each other like crazy, and then
Then it happened. Yeah.
yeah, it was just a surreal moment because, again, the show hadn't picked up that much steam. It really wasn't until the pandemic when people started really clocking into it.
And when you have that, revelation, like, oh, I'm part of now like an iconic TV show that people will talk about and rewatch for years. That's I would think it may be like a little uncomfortable too, where you're like, now people are going to see me as Stewy for a very long time.
Oh, yeah. Well, the good news about Stewy is that he is such a big presence and he's such a big part of the DNA of that show, but he's not in all the episodes.
Right.
So you only get like a teaspoon of him. So in a weird way, I've been able to maneuver a lot of other things. I can be an Inventing Anna, and you know what I mean? And all of a sudden I have Inventing Anna, so it's like, it's cool. Like Stewy can kind of, because you don't see him that much. I hope that there's going to be some opportunities to get some other things out of it.
What about a Stewy spinoff?
Yeah,
we tried.
Spinoff.
To me,
we tried.
When Stewy's not on screen, I'm always wondering, I wonder what Stewy's doing right now.
He's probably having an awesome time somewhere in Europe.
Just doing coke all the time.
Just doing coke all the time at some party, but he has to leave soon because he has to go to another party.
Yeah, right.
I think that would be the show. I think that he'd go from party to party, make a deal, tell them they're idiots, and then back, go to the next place and make another deal and
backstab the first guys,
and then keep on going.
I would absolutely love that show. I would definitely watch it. I always wonder when I'm watching Succession, like, is Brian Cox the actor? He's obviously an incredible actor, legendary.
Yeah,
is he intimidating? Is he, like, when you first get on set with him, the character he plays, obviously maybe the most intimidating person in the world, but just like his voice and how he carries himself, he seems like he'd be kind of scary to work with at first.
Yeah, I mean, he's a legend. So you also are, acting with a legend. And so, it's intimidating, and then you get to know him and he's kind of like a teddy bear. It's the one unique thing about Succession that might not be picked up by people is that we all are from the theater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're all from the theater. So we've all done shitty off, whatever the hell's, backstage, grinding, you know what I mean? And so there's a level of like comfort of people of that. And Brian is like a man of the theater, obviously. And so that's one cool thing. But, I was super intimidated about the day that I had to go tell him to go fuck himself. Everyone fucking hates you, that in season 1. And not only him, David Rasche was in that scene, Kieran was in that scene, Jay Smith was in that scene. I mean, it was a powerhouse of a team. And what's amazing about that show is the writing is so special that, like, you focus deep down on the writing. You just like focus all your energy on the writing, and the room and like trying to memorize it and get it all right, and that room becomes a little bit calmer. But hell yeah, it's intimidating. Also, I remember there was one day we were shooting in England. Brian Cox was there, and Harriet Walters, who plays Caroline, his wife, the mom.
Yeah.
They're
terrible person.
Terrible. I mean, kind of maybe the worst person.
Yeah, actually
maybe.
The scene when Kendall like is having a breakdown and she's like, let's talk about this over breakfast.
It's like,
let's table this.
You were an awful child. She says this. I mean, like all that stuff she said. But the two of them are there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, I wonder how long these guys know each other. And I said, so how long have you two known each other? And immediately they popped into this moment where he must have been like 24, 25 as a teacher, and she must have been like 16, 17, something like that. And he was directing her in a scene, I swear to God. And they are hashing up all of this energy from I don't even know how long ago. It was like, you were cross with me. I was not cross with you. I was telling you, I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
That's like, and that was like one moment where you're like, oh shit, Brian.
And that's stuff we never see, but they have built up. That's incredible.
From 24, he was directing her in a scene. He didn't compliment her. She could have done better. He was a dick. I was just like, let it go, baby.
Yes.
We are here.
I definitely got that. Everybody are in a lot of scenes, a lot of people that were acting, they had those theater backgrounds, and the whole thing, it made it feel more Shakespearean almost. And it's a very Shakespearean show to begin with. But I'm always curious when we talk to actors that have been on Broadway, that have a big theater background, and then they make a transition to television. what do you have to change about your craft where you're not acting to an audience that's 180 degrees in front of you and you're acting to one camera specifically?
That's an amazing question. I mean,
great question.
Thank you. He said amazing.
Amazing question.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It was unbelievable.
Unbelievable question.
The truth is, it shouldn't matter, because you're both trying to go after the truth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the theater,
deep.
You know what I mean? In the theater, though, thank you. He said deep.
Yeah, very deep.
He said deep. In the theater, it's you might have to project because there might be more people, so you might have to be louder, and you can't do that while you're in an intimate scene or whatever. But that's basically, I mean, I try not to think of them too differently. And to be real with you, if you were to ask all those actors, I think they'd all say the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're just trying to go after something that's very specific and true, and the size of the room is the only difference.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's, again, think of it as sports. You know, I was just rewatching The Last Dance for the 15th time.
Great. Yeah.
And I always think about that the game, the Olympics game that they all played. You know, and that Olympics game, the arena, whatever, it was a practice. I mean, it was a practice hall. It couldn't have been more than. It wasn't a huge place, I don't think.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was. I don't.
No, it looked like a tiny gym.
Yeah, it
you were
looked
talking
like a
about
tiny
the
gym for
practice
me,
when
yeah.
they were switching up the teams, and
Yeah. And so you're still playing the game.
Right.
Yeah.
You're still playing the game. When there's more people, you have other variables that you have to deal with, but you're still just, at the end of the day, you're just going for a win.
And it's up to like the director of photography to figure out where to put the cameras to get the proper shots of you and get what you're putting out there, but you're still
100%.
putting the same thing out there.
100%. Again, just like in sports, the coach comes in. You're going over here. You need to go over there. It's very. I think of those analogies as very similar. The only difference is we're not out to beat anyone. You know what I mean? We're not trying to like win a game. We're just trying to be the best person. We're just all trying to be Jordan.
Sometimes there are actors like that though, right? That try to win every scene.
Sure.
Is that difficult to deal with? Or do you have like ways of disarming them?
Yeah, when you're dealing with an actor that's trying to win every scene and trying to like outdo you or whatever, for me, it's actually I kind of like let them ride that and I try to go underneath them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because that trying to overpower that all of a sudden turns into something. It doesn't turn into the scene.
Yeah.
If there's an energy that's very like caustic and it's like, I'm gonna try to fucking win this scene, which is also insane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just it shouldn't feel like that. You know, acting should feel like it should feel like Jordan Pippen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It should feel like
Everyone
prior
else,
to
yeah. Well, not now. Not today.
Not
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Not now.
Well, so you mentioned something about the writing, and the writing
Yeah.
on Succession was great.
Yeah.
I'm curious, when you are, whether it be theater, whether it be TV, movies, when you look at the writing, do you know right away, like, oh, this writing is going to bring the best out of me, or I'm going to have to do something here special because the writing might not be up to snuff?
Amazing question.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
one,
you.
It's
Thank
one
you.
and one.
Thank
This should be the entire interview, just us asking questions and complimenting us. Never answer anything.
And by the way, your last answer was incredible.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I thought it was unbelievable.
I heard incredible. I heard unbelievable too. What was the question?
It was about the writing. Like, can you tell right away, okay, this writing is going to bring the best out of me, or I'm going to have to work something here where I'm going to have to figure out a way to bring the best out of the writing?
To me, I think of myself as an actor who is really more interested in story. So the writing is everything to me. And I actually say no to a lot of things because of the writing. Not only do I not bring anything to it, I feel like I think that if the writing is real, if the writing's bad, I will be bad along with it and maybe be even worse because I can't maneuver it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so writing for me is like the key, most important thing, period.
Yeah.
And so when I get a piece of great writing, like Succession, what happens when you have something like that is that you try to maneuver all your skills, all your tool set to be like, how do I get at the, there's a line in season 3 in which I had to say something like, you're going to cut my dick off and shove it up my cunt, like poo-poo up your nose holes. It does, like all these like weird ass things.
You
like
can't
almost
swear on this show, by
Yeah,
the way.
Oh,
This is- no, you can't,
fuck.
you can't. Succession is an all-time swearing show.
Yeah, all time show.
yeah.
So I remember going to Jesse and be like, Jesse, I don't know if I can pull this off. He's like, you can do it. You can do it. And so you're tackling this amazing writing, which is kind of like, you have to think of it like they've known each other since high school. So they talk like kids sometimes, and they talk like bluntly and stupidly. And so you're taking all that and you're trying to find that energy from like high school in a weird way. And so you have to like tackle it in a different way. And that to me is not only a challenge, but that's what makes it exciting. And that's what makes it fresh. And it feels like he's like improvising these things, but I'm saying it verbatim.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times when we're watching shows, we forget, like, because a lot of your scenes feels like improvising.
Yeah.
It's like, but the writing is so phenomenal.
Yeah. And there's also improvising because, and I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but also a rarity on Succession is that whole thing is shot on film. We shoot everything on old-fashioned film. So you can't cut in the middle of a thing.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just keep going.
You just got to keep going.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, there's a scene with like 8 of us, 3 cameras are going, there's 50 extras or whatever. You have a 2-person scene, you have a 2-person scene, we have a 2-person scene. All of a sudden, and your scene fucks up, you got to keep moving, man. You just got to keep moving. And so you just have to make do with what you got until that scene's done so we can go to this other scene. So improvising is going to always be a part of it because we're shooting on film. We don't say like, oh, let's just take that back. You can never in the middle of a scene be like, can I say that again?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you prefer that? Did you
I
like
would
that
love
experience?
it. I love that. But it's never going to happen again.
Why?
Because it's wildly expensive.
Okay.
So
makes
that's why
sense.
Oppenheimer was like the most expensive movie ever, right? Because they shot just tons and tons of film.
They're just rolling on film. And when we were shooting the funeral scenes and the wake scenes, those are 24, 25-page scenes.
Yeah.
And those scenes, the camera can only hold 16 minutes. So, and let's say a minute a page. So they choreograph it that 2 cameras would start first, and then the third one start in that section, and then in the middle of the whole scene, they'd move the reels and put new reels in while it's like it was like choreography.
Yeah. So this is a dumb question because I don't know anything. What's the benefit of it?
The benefit of it is you're getting a lived-in, honest, what it might actually look like experience.
Okay. So the actual, like, in the visuals of it are
but what the energy of what you guys are feeling in Succession, that improvised, that like spontaneous, that kind of fucking like
on edge.
It's on the edge every time. It feels dangerous
Right.
almost. It's because we're shooting on film.
We should
That's
film
crazy.
this podcast on film.
Yeah.
Yes.
That wouldn't be a problem for our editors.
No.
Yeah, how quickly can we get film up on YouTube? Can we do that in 6 hours?
Yeah. 6. I think they got some guys that could do it for 6 hours.
Okay, quick break in the interview for a sponsor alert from ourselves. 4th of July is coming up. Shop USA merchandise now on the Barstool Sports Store. Gear up for the summer holiday at the Barstool Sports Store. We have new PMT Tallboy rope hats. We have new shirts of Billy with his Teddy Roosevelt and the T-Rex. Shop now at store.barstoolsports.com. Store.barstoolsports.com. Check it out. And we got all new stuff ready for 4th of July. Order now. You'll have it by 4th of July. Store.barstoolsports.com. Check it out. It's the best. We got everything. We have everything in the store. Everything you want. The new American flag jacket rules. So go. Store.barstoolsports.com. All new PMT merch. And get yourself geared up for one of the best holidays of the year. Okay, back to the interview.
Yeah, I knew the show was going to be a smash the first time I saw it within the first 5 seconds and I heard the theme song.
Credit to you.
Uh-huh.
That to me is, what's up?
Credit to you.
Yeah, credit to me. Like the theme song hit and I was like, okay, this is a smash. When you watch it back, do you listen to the entire theme song? Because it is
I
a banger.
am addicted. I'm going to tell you guys an exclusive here.
Okay.
And I'm sure he's going to hate me for saying that.
Oh, we know him.
I know
So you
the
can
guy.
say it.
I had dinner with him.
We've
yeah.
had dinner
Nicholas
with him.
Patel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked him, I remember I was like, so you don't watch sports? And I was like, so what do you do on Sundays? And he was like, I don't know, like go to the park and stuff. I was like, what do you mean? That was a real conversation.
Wait, how did you guys meet him?
We have a mutual friend.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, he's incredible.
I've been asking him for years, hey, I want to watch you, do some composing on Succession. And I got to sit in over his shoulder watching him compose the last, like putting the final touches of the last episode of this season.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so cool.
unbelievable.
And it must be like fascinating to watch a guy like that work.
And not only that, it's so nimble and so fast and so on the fly. And again, it's split second decision making, like quick, fast, boom. Because it's the last day he had to turn. It was just phenomenal. I'm addicted to the score.
Yeah,
I listen to the score all the time.
It's really special.
Oh, it's amazing. And have you seen the videos? Any videos of like hip hop concerts? They're just like dropping it.
Yeah,
just because it's got a very strong, hip hop influence to it. It all does. You know? I love the score. I love the music. I think it's genius. I think Nicholas Patel's a genius.
He is, but he doesn't watch football, so
he does not watch football.
He can't be that smart.
I'd be that smart if I didn't watch football. If I didn't spend all my Sundays just glued to a couch.
Or go. Yeah, he's going to the park, man.
Yeah, he's going to the park. He's enjoying it.
The other thing about Succession, one last thing about Succession is that I don't know how this happens, but this happens in shows like this. If you read any of these history about Sopranos or old movies or whatever, somehow or another the world brings together all of the the people that fit right into this pocket. And Succession is that, from every member of the crew to all the writers to all the cast to Nicholas Patel. Every element of it was just it attracted such excellence.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean by that?
It's one of those shows where if they'll sometimes have articles like, "Oh, did you know Nick Cage was supposed to be Batman?" or something like that. If I saw that of Succession, this character was supposed to be this actor, I'd be like, no, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's just everything was so great. It was just so great.
Yeah.
You guys must have been relieved too after the final episode aired, because there's nothing that we like to do more as a society than just absolutely trash a series finale.
Oh right? Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good it is. It always sucks. You can never tie anything up completely. I think by and large the response to the series finale of Succession was that was very, very good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very well done.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think we knew it along the way. I mean, we had a meeting we had a Zoom meeting in July or August of last year, so that would be 2022, and to talk about, and he was going to it was 20 or 30 actors from the show, and he was basically saying, here's what's going to happen in the season, and basically saying, this is what's going to drop, this is what's going to happen here, and just telling us, and then all of a sudden it dawned on us oh, we have to keep this a secret until it happens, and then
did you not tell anyone?
I did not tell a single.
I would
human
tell
being.
everyone.
Yeah,
you tell anyone. My wife didn't want to know.
A dog?
Okay, that's fair.
My wife didn't want to know. And honestly, there was such a because HBO also did Game of Thrones, and we've heard rumors about people kind of spoiling it, and also it coming back to that actor, and we're kind of you know what? I don't want to. All of us were kind of we don't want to be that person.
Maybe they told you a fake ending just to see if you were
It's like Vince McMahon used to do that. Yeah.
Well, along the way, he tells us this thing, and then he says to us, he goes, and I'm not sure if this is the last season, but it might be. Mm-hmm. And I remember him saying that he was going to find out by October. October came and went. We're now in November. We're in December. And in our minds, we're like, come on, baby, one more season. But the scripts were just... everyone was more and more gold.
Yeah.
It just was rocket, it's beautiful. And then we're oh, he's ending this thing. And we were really devastated by the whole thing because we all wanted to just play some more. Honestly, the people just wanted to hang out some more.
Yeah.
But the reality is we knew that he had an ending that was going to be satisfying.
Yeah.
And not bullshit, and not gimmicky, and not something that just feels they jumped a shark in a way.
Yeah.
It was the cycle will continue. These people will always lose. You know what I mean? They should lose.
Yeah.
They should fucking lose.
They're dead inside.
Yeah. And that's what you're going to have to live with. And and that's, I remember a friend of mine during the middle of the season is I feel like I'm caring too much about all these characters now. I'm just hold. Just wait, bro. These guys are still going to be at the end of the end.
Yeah, it really was leaving you wanting more, which is a great feeling to have. Where it didn't, because you could have done, I'm sure, Hollywood execs probably wanted them to do another 8 seasons because of the money it makes. But it's
Yeah,
like to be
of
able
course.
to pull it at its height was genius.
You know what's crazy, and I didn't even think
That's
about
100%
this
true.
at the time, and going back and thinking about the final board vote. Ewan, how he acts in the final. He's always been like the guy, the bastion of integrity on the show. Like, I'm not going to sully my name with Roy family. He kind of felt like he showed himself to just be like a pragmatist like everybody else at the end, where he's like, yeah, I do like the money.
Yeah.
That was a crazy last scene.
Yeah, because it's also crazy because for Ewan especially, because he has so many ups and downs. I mean, that funeral scene where he's like basically, you know, Ewan is a very funny character in a way because he represents so much of what we want to say to them. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And he just like, and he does it in the most awkward place, like the funeral.
Yeah.
He's just like, no, my brother was not a good man.
He's got an ego too, just like his brother.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what's your dream role or dream job coming up? Like I feel like this probably unlocks a lot of things for you.
Yeah.
Where you are probably getting more offers, or maybe the same amount, but you have a bunch of options. Is there one thing that you're like, I really always wanted to do this or that? Because you've done theater, TV, movies, everything.
Yeah. I mean, there's people I want to work with. You know, that's kind of like the vibe. Jordan Peele.
Okay.
I would love to work with Jordan Peele.
Okay. Throw it out into the universe.
Yeah, I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
You know, I just did a Broadway play with Jessica Chastain.
One of my favorite actresses.
Yeah, unbelievable. And she and I are really interested in doing a romantic comedy.
Nice.
Which would be kind of fun. Could be a little.
There needs to be more rom-coms.
I agree with you.
Like I
agree
sit
with
on the
you.
couch with my wife and we're just like scrolling. It's like, give me something that we can.
I'm currently in a movie called You Hurt My Feelings. It's not a rom-com, but it's a good husband-wife movie.
Okay.
And you'll dig it because it's about. I'll tell you the story. It stars Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Tobias Menzies. I'm in it, and Michaela Watkins, directed by the great Nicole Hofstadter. The story is very simple. The husband is talking to me, and says, I don't love my wife's new book. And she overhears it, and she has been hearing how much he loves the new book.
Oh, I love it.
And it seems, and that's the premise of the movie. And it's so smart because it deals with a lot of other things with relationships.
Yeah, that's the tip of the iceberg.
That's just the tip of the iceberg.
What else has he been lying about?
Well, that's what he's lying about. Or are you lying to your kids?
Yeah.
When they're shitty at soccer and they're like, you did a great job.
Yeah.
Like, what's that about? Like,
yeah, like my son is, he's now pooping in the toilet a lot, and I'm like, I'm so proud of you. It's like, dude, I'm really like, you should have been doing this a while ago, dude. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? I think, should you say that?
Yeah,
What the fuck, dude?
I've tried that method. It didn't work.
No, it didn't
You got
work.
upset.
He got upset. So I think, to answer your question, I would love to, it's just working with the right people, and I would love to do a comedy. I really would think, when I started off in my 20s, I really thought I was going to do a lot of comedies. And I'm Iranian and Middle Eastern, and I went into like every Middle Eastern like play that was like a tragedy beyond tragedy. And so like now I'm ready for a fun comedy.
I like it. Rom-coms need to make a strong comeback. I feel like we had a ton in like 15
90s.
years ago,
Yeah.
90s,
2000s,
early
yeah.
2000s.
Early 2000s.
Well, Matthew McConaughey's gotten too old, so
Yeah,
they can't really
true.
have him be the male
That's
lead
right.
anymore. So
That's
that's,
true.
the
That's
tanking of an entire industry right
Yes.
there.
That's right.
Are you going for the career EGOT? Or are you going for the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, and the Tony? 'Cause
Well, right now
you're nominated
I'm,
for a Tony, right?
I'm nominated for a Tony.
That's the hardest one.
Bless you. I've lost twice now.
Ooh.
Which is tough.
Someone calling you a loser.
Two-time
Not me.
I would go for an EGOT loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've always been nominated for an Emmy, lost that too.
The
Yeah.
Philly got.
Yeah.
Like
Philadelphia
yeah.
got.
The
Just lose
Yeah,
everything.
Matt's the
Philly
Philly
got.
guy.
Oh.
Yeah. It's perfect. So you're nominated for Tony. What else have you been nominated for?
I did a play on Broadway 11 years ago. Get ready for this. Starring me and Robin Williams.
That's got to be. I mean, that must have been a thrill.
I've got like a million questions, and they're all just, how cool is Robin
It was
Williams?
amazing. He was my mentor. He ended up being my mentor.
Wow.
Yeah, we were really close by the end. Yeah.
How do you ask a guy of Robin Williams' stature to be like, can
I
you be
don't
my
know.
mentor?
I mean, this is I was 30. I was starring on Broadway in a play called The Bengal Tiger at the Baghdad Zoo with Robin Williams, and I had a like a 3-month-old, and I had a 2-year-old, and I was broke as a motherfucking joke. And living on unemployment, it was bad. But I also, I'm not going to get too deep into this, but I started this nonprofit in New York and called Waterwell. And it was like year 8 or 9, and it was picking up steam. And I remember, and Robin was such a man of service, USO, anything really. And I asked him, I was like, my company, this nonprofit's picking up steam, but a lot of my actor and industry friend types are saying like, yo, you should drop all that shit and just go and try to be a a movie star or whatever, or whatever that even means. And Robin was the only person that said stick with the nonprofit.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
It's also
because he knew that was going to bring me more joy, and actually he also knew that was going to get me more. I don't know, more success in a weird way.
You're going to be more fulfilled as a human being.
Yeah.
So
totally.
let's gas up. What does Waterwell do?
Waterwell is a 20-year-old company that is a community organizing art and education company here in the city. What we do is we make art that kind of like tackles the major questions that we're trying to ask without being polemic. Not right, not left, not blue, not red. It's like tackling it in a real way. And that's what we do on the artistic side. But we then bring it to the communities in which we work with the veteran community, we work with the immigrant community, and we talk to them and hear what they want to say about stuff. And then they like tell us, oh, this is what we're actually dealing with. And we try to make a piece of art that kind of like works alongside that. Meanwhile, we run an entire education program, and we're a huge vendor of the New York City Department of Education, in which we teach grades 6 through 12, something that we call the Artist as Citizen, in which we'll teach you how to be a world-class artist, but we'll also teach you it won't matter unless you try to better the communities that you give a shit about. Sports, gaming, honestly, it doesn't actually fucking matter.
That's great.
And we've been doing that so we've been running the school for 12 years, and Waterwell's been around we're walking into our 20th year, and I'm the co-founder of the company.
That's incredible. So no water involved though.
No water at all.
Okay, because I was a little confused.
Yeah. We're going to jump. Basically, the only water that is sent out is like the water that you get backstage, like you gave me.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic. It basically sounds like you're just making people better people.
We're trying to.
Yeah,
Civics and art.
Yeah, from a young age up.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, and
need more of that.
And Robin was, you can imagine all my friends. They're like, dude, you're starring on Broadway with Robin Williams. Do the fucking thing. Do that. Do all the stuff. And Robin was the one that's like, no, stick to it. It's working. It's going to keep on working.
I think that's good advice. It's also funny that so many people are like, stop doing all that shit that people go out and make a fuckload of money in Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
So
it's like
what
actually the reason why you're doing this is because there's too much of that.
Yeah.
Of people caring only about themselves.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's
fantastic.
And that's who Robin was. Robin gave a shit about everybody. I remember we were doing the show, and it was at the Richard Rodgers, also kind of crazy because that's where Hamilton is right now. So no one ever is going to be in that theater again because Hamilton's going to be in that theater forever. So I also got to be in the Hamilton theater prior to Hamilton. And so there was magic in that show. And after every show, there'd be you could put your friends' names on a list, and they'd come out backstage, they'd land on the stage, and then they'd all just like chit chat. And then all the actors can come out. And one day there was this guy that was on the stage, and he was a black dude with a mohawk and like it seemed like 75,000 earrings in his ears. He was like a real goth looking guy. And I was like, I wonder whose friend this is. Like, I wonder whose guy this is. So I went up to him and was like, who's your friend? He's like, I'm waiting for Robin.
That's fantastic.
And the next day I was like, Robin, who's that dude? Like, how do you know that guy? That guy, I guess, was like on the streets of San Francisco, and he got him to become sober, and was his his sponsor. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, what? Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you? That's who he was.
Yeah.
That's
incredible.
It was a cool, and also funny as hell. I mean, just funny. And just, he just knew how to take anything and make 45,000 jokes out of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they would always work.
Yeah.
So when you made Robin laugh, which was a few times, it would just be like the best thing.
Oh, I'm sure it felt incredible.
Yeah.
All right, well, this has been fantastic. I have one last question.
Yeah, hit
I
me.
know you got another interview you got to do. Rowback question. Promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase. Q-Zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts, everything, Rhoback.com. The most comfortable clothes in the world, Rhoback.com. Promo code TAKE, 20% off. All right, we got to wrap up in a second here, but do you have any sports takes you want to give us?
I think
we could grade your take if you have a take that you've been thinking about.
I think the Nuggets are going dynasty.
Yep,
okay.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
I thought the first. Who'd they play first?
They played the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. The first, I was like, these guys are going to win the entire thing, and not only that, no one's going to even come close to them. And it's true. The Joker is unbelievable. He's the best alive. There's nothing like it. I think everything he does, even the way that he went after, he like hugged every single guy and gave him props. Like this guy is.
He is. He's perfect.
Denver.
Yeah.
We're all going to Denver.
Yeah. All right.
That's what's going to happen.
So dynasty. I like that.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
I don't think anyone's going to come close.
Anything less than 3 and it's a disappointment.
It's an utter failure.
Move
It's
the
an utter
team.
failure.
Blow it up.
Move
Blow
the
the city up.
Move the city.
Yeah.
Move the city. Move the city. Here we go.
Give Oklahoma City another team. Yeah, move it to OKC.
Oklahoma City needs 2 teams.
It does.
Yeah,
It
give
does.
them 2
That's
teams.
my second take.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you,
thank
man.
you.
Yeah, thank you for
Appreciate
coming
it
in,
so
man.
much. This has
Thank
been
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Arian Moayed was brought to you by Max. We talked a lot of Succession in that interview. Great interview. You can watch all of Succession on Max.com. Max.com. It is the most exciting streaming destination with the best in entertainment. Of course, we're talking about Max. They have shows and movies from the Food Network, TLC, the DC Universe, Adult Swim, and more. The new Shazam movie, Rick and Morty, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. They're all on Max. And of course, we just said it, Succession, Winning Time, The Last of Us, Barry, all these shows are on Max. They've got something for every mood, and plans start as little as $9.99 a month. It's less than $10. Subscription required. Visit max.com. Max, the one to watch. Sign up now at max.com. We also, thanks to our wonderful sponsor, Max.com, we're doing movie reviews. Next week, we're going to do the documentary about Jared Fogle from Subway. This week, we're talking about one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite Denzel movies, Man on Fire. I love this movie, PFT. I know Denzel's been in some awesome movies. It might be my favorite, like, sit down and rewatch Denzel movie.
Yeah, I think there's like 2 Denzel movies that if you were to explain to a Martian what Denzel Washington was, you would press play on these films. I would say one would probably be Inside Man.
Yep.
And then the second would be Man on Fire.
Yes.
Man on Fire is so fucking good. It's perfect Denzel. It's like, oh, this guy has a mysterious background. You don't want to fuck with him. He can kill anybody. He's basically a superhero.
He's a hardened protector, military background, hardened protector of a little girl. The little girl, obviously, so it's set in Mexico, and he's hired to basically make sure this little girl doesn't get kidnapped by a wealthy family. And he, of course, smirks. He doesn't smile. He smirks. With the little girl, starts to get her, like, hey, I love this little girl. She's finally gone through the hardened shell of this military and all the shit I've seen. And then guess what? She gets kidnapped. And then guess what? Denzel Washington goes fucking off. My favorite part of the movie is when the mom is like, what are you going to do? And he says, what I do best. I'm going to kill him. Anyone that was involved, anyone who profited from it, anybody who opens their eyes at me, I'm going to kill them all.
And he knows exactly who to kill within like half a second of meeting them.
Yes.
He's very instinctual. The bomb scene is one of the coolest deaths of all time.
Yes.
If you were to like power rank death scenes in movies, it's got to be top 5 at least.
I was thinking this is like it's basically the original better version of Taken.
Yeah.
Because he's like, it basically movie, something, the girl gets kidnapped, Denzel gets hurt in a gun shootout, and then he's like, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to kill every last one of these fuckers. And the next hour of the movie is going to be me doing badass shit, killing everyone.
It's also very helpful that they use the Mexico filter on the camera. That you can tune into and be like, that movie was set in Mexico because I recognize the sepia tones that they're using on this. I forgot when I was watching this again, how he sticks the bomb actually up the dude's ass.
Yes.
That's awesome.
There is a twist in this movie that we'll let, for people who have not seen it, I don't want to ruin the great twist, so we'll leave that one. There's a twist. It's a great twist.
Yeah, but I think these are spoiler. Like if you're gonna watch this movie, you should be listening to this part.
The dad was involved. The dad was involved. The daughter's father was involved.
That was crazy.
And Denzel gets through all of it. A couple other of my favorite lines because they're just that. This is one of those movies that you watch and you fist pump. You're like, fuck yes, let's go. I'm gonna kill them all. Christopher Walken had 2 of them. He said, "A bullet always tells the truth." And then he also
That's the most foreshadowing line of all time.
yes, and then he also said, talking about Denzel's character, he says, "A man can be an artist in anything, food, whatever. It depends on how good he is at it. Creasy's art is death. He's about to paint his masterpiece."
Yeah.
And then he does. And then he does.
How about this one? When the old guy says in the church, they
Yes.
say to forgive, and then Denzel says, forgiveness is between them and God. It's my job to arrange the meeting.
fist pump? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This movie is get you jacked the fuck up.
You know what this is? It's also a perfect plane movie.
Yeah.
If you're looking to kill like a 3-hour plane ride, Man on
call.
Fire every time, and you can watch it every time you're on a plane.
Yes. So go watch Man on Fire. It is. I really like. I know that I love Bloodsport. It's one of my favorite.
Yeah, I was gonna
movies.
say I feel like you got to rank it versus Bloodsport.
It's different.
It's like
different.
2 completely different movies.
Yeah,
though.
because Denzel's, what would you say, a good actor, where Jean-Claude Van Damme is just a hot piece of ass. It's different. They're both. I'm gonna give them both 5 out of 5 balls.
I would say, comparing them to drugs, I would say Bloodsport is probably more of like it's more of a cocaine, and this is more meth, like pure meth.
It's just chaos. He just goes on a rampage, and it's so much fun to watch. So awesome action movie.
We could do a Mount Rushmore of Denzel movies.
Yeah, we could.
wanted
Oh,
John Q.
we should. All right, write it down, Jake. Denzel movies. We'll do a Mount Rushmore.
This movie was so good that they said, we want to do another version of this. Can we just give it a different name? And they made The Equalizer, and it was still a banger.
Yes,
It was
yes.
like a copy. If you took a copy to a copy store and they made a copy of the copy, that's The Equalizer, and it's still an awesome movie.
Yes. Okay, so go to max.com. You can watch Man on Fire. You can watch everything on max.com. Succession, like we said, we're going to do. What's the exact title of the documentary we're watching?
The Jared one.
Yeah, Jared Subway documentary.
It's new.
It's brand new. This is one of those ones where because I think what we're
Kinda
doing,
scared.
we're trying to do for this Max.com sponsorship is we're
Jared
watching
from Subway catching a monster.
Okay. We're trying to watch movies that we would have watched anyway, and this one I saw it on max.com and I texted you right away, Hank. I was like, "Can we do this cuz I'm going to watch it regardless." So, Jared from Subway catching a monster, you can find it on max.com. Max.com has everything: movies, TV shows, reality TV shows, scripted TV shows, and documentaries, and we will be reviewing Jared from Subway catching a monster next week for our movie reviews. Okay, let's finish up with Fyre Fest. By the way, big interview Monday.
Huge.
I'll say it. Big interview Monday. Big one.
Hope it goes well.
Get excited. And possibly Brooks or Max.
Yeah, actually, Hank and I might be in Las Vegas with Brooks Koepka, so he might be in person.
Yeah. Okay. Fyre Fest?
Yeah. Fyre Fest has been a very, very busy week. Work. Yeah, I spent my 30th birthday here.
Oh,
I was doing some reflecting. No, it was fun, but everyone's like 30th birthday, gotta do something. And I was like, I was busy working, but we were doing the baseball draft. Have you guys reflected on that since?
Yeah,
On the fancy baseball draft?
This is what I would say.
For people
This is
who
what
don't
I would
know,
say. This is what I would say.
We did our baseball draft. It's coming the week of July 4th. July 4th week, we are doing
Monday, July 3rd.
Monday, July 3rd, we're going to do the baseball draft, which I think was hilarious. We have let's not give all of it away because it is the best fantasy league I've ever been in. I'll say that right now. And then that Friday, July 4th week, we will have Dungeons and Dragons with special guest Wonton Don.
Yes, that was great. The baseball draft, I would say, and I've had a little more experience because I've been traveling. I listen to the show a little bit more as a listener now. And if you got stuff going on, or like you can save the baseball draft for a rainy day.
Yeah.
Like that is truly made for the AWLs who have to work July 3rd.
Yes.
And not for people that are, going to go back and listen.
It's truly shocking looking back.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
It's shocking looking back on the baseball draft on most of our high picks and seeing how many of them are injured.
Yeah.
I think we all have at least one injured player.
Or vertigo. You can guess who that might be. But yeah, the baseball, July 3rd, we have we're doing Mount Rushmore baseball names. We have the baseball draft. We also will have NBA free agent talk. So we will have some like actual new content on that day. But the baseball draft, I loved it.
I thought it was great. I'm loving this league.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to cut. There was just a lot of.
I think you got to leave that in. I got to slow that down.
I think I'm gonna go with.
That's totally going to distract guys in the cubes.
Yeah. There was a moment where we went on an entire side tangent to let Billy have enough time to decide, and then we finished the side tangent. And he's like, all right, so it's my pick?
Oh, if you're a fan of Billy going, while he's thinking, you're going to love this fantasy
Shuffling
draft.
papers, fake papers.
And we also were drinking Coors Lights. We were
Yes.
drinking 40s and Coors Light
It was
for Hank's
Hank's birthday,
birthday.
yeah.
It's a 40 for 30.
I also, this was like I'm obviously staying in a hotel in Manhattan now, and I was like, Manhattan's kind of sick.
Yeah, you like it as a visitor?
As a visitor, it's great.
I was like, the city's awesome.
Hank's like
Yeah.
going to Broadway shows.
Yeah. Okay. PFT.
So much like Hank, I'm staying in a hotel right now, and so I've been doing a lot of traveling. So I was in Virginia, now I'm in New York, then I'm going to Austin, then we're going to Nashville the following week. I don't have a suitcase that's big enough to accommodate that much travel.
You get your little baby suitcase.
So no, I
Your
didn't.
lunchbox.
I didn't bring the man suitcase.
It's Andre the Giant's lunchbox.
That suitcase is the perfect size for like a weekend wedding. That's what that suitcase is meant for. But I brought a bigger one than that. Last time I came up here,
Show it. You have it right there.
This is
that's the
this is a
big-
different one.
That's the jumbo size?
No, there's another big size.
You have multiple suitcases?
So last time I came up here,
Dual wielding?
last time I came up here, I brought a bigger suitcase because I was also doing a lot of traveling to Virginia than up here. So I brought a bigger suitcase. I'm not used to traveling with a big suitcase. So when I left the office to get on the plane to go back to Chicago last time, I just took my backpack and forgot my entire suitcase here in the office. Oh. So then I had to pack a different big suitcase this time, which I have right here, which is just a normal size suitcase, really.
Let's see.
It's pretty small. Still.
This is standard carry-on. Right here, standard carry-on size.
That's a good for a weekend wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the red one. The red one is actually a lunchbox.
So you just have a nesting dolls of suitcases.
Perfectly normal suitcase.
You need to get a giant. You need to get like the those cups. Like you need to get a giant suitcase so
Yeah.
that you can put your smaller suitcase in that.
Yeah.
And then the
That's
smallest
the nesting
suitcase.
dolls, the Russian nesting dolls. Yeah.
So the tiny little suitcase, it was actually a part of a set like that, and I lost the other two.
Okay.
So
nice.
that's the last man standing. I've got a problem with losing suitcases apparently, but
This is like an easy bake oven. It's like PFT's first suitcase.
yeah, it makes me look completely normal size when I'm carrying around that tiny little ant of a suitcase. But I left my other suitcase here last time, so I had to pack a different suitcase full of clothes. So now I do actually have enough clothes, but now I have to dual wield suitcases or just like figure out which clothes I actually want to take from here and only carry one with me.
You also don't have a golf travel bag, and we haven't figured out how we're getting your clubs to
No, I
Austin.
think I figured it out.
Max is going to eat them.
He's got it.
He's going to crap them out.
Got it.
I think I
He's
figured
gonna
it
put
out.
them all in, inside of his body.
So
Go with a trench coat.
but the bad news is I'm out of clean clothes now. And so now I have to do hotel laundry when I'm in Austin. And that's always a mystery. If I
Yeah.
do that. I might just do the thing where you put your underwear in the sink.
Send it out.
Send it out?
You can do
Send it
same day
out.
delivery.
Yeah, you can ask the front
in the
desk.
morning.
I bet
Yeah.
you they do it.
Okay,
It's like probably like $25.
I'll do that. And then also
It's
we're
like
gonna,
$1 a pound. Yeah.
we're going to be in Austin and it's going to be about 108 degrees outside. So that's
we have to golf.
Just don't wear clothes.
we have to golf.
Yeah, don't wear clothes. You have to.
Yeah, we have to. Hank's orders.
Contractually.
My boss told me that I had to golf.
Zombies.
My final orders.
Personally dreading golf.
Max
If
has
anyone
to
wants to
carry
know
a
my
camera.
it's a future Fyre Fest of that.
Max is going to be out on the course. Please tell me that you only have like a black shirt to wear.
I have one golf shirt,
Max,
like that I own.
I want you to know, Max. If I were on this trip, I wouldn't make you golf. We wouldn't be golfing.
It's for the people.
Yeah, I appreciate
Listen,
it.
big boys, we can't be in 106-degree heat in outside on a golf
For
course.
the viewers. Matty Walsh.
It's so hot.
It's a good
Matt
incentive.
Walsh playing?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I do this with my golf videos. The less shots you hit, the less there is to film.
So play better.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good. Try playing better.
Just for the record, if you see any videos of us coming out where I hope we get a hole in one, Hank. I really do. That'd be awesome.
Only one shot to film on that hole.
If we happen to be filming during the hole in one hole, man, that would be incredible. And
insane.
and we're not going to lie about it either. It's going to be 100% real if we get a hole in one.
Yeah. Good luck.
Just for the record, I don't mess around. I'm a man of honor, integrity when I'm on the golf course. Count every stroke as it is, play it as it lies. I just hope it'd be just such serendipitous timing if we happen to film the one hole that we got a hole in one on.
Yes, yes. Okay, so my Fyre Fest is we've had this week where everyone's back in New York for one last week. So we've been trying to do for the AWLs. We're like, hey, Mount Rushmore season's better when we're all together. So we've been taping Mount Rushmores. We're doing the July 4th content, the draft, the Dungeons and Dragons. So we have not been sleeping. It's been like 4 or 5 hours a night for me. And when I don't get my sleep, Sleepwalking Dan comes back. So on Tuesday night, I went to bed wearing a shirt, boxers, normal.
Oh, did you wake up in Max's roommate's bed?
But I did wake up wearing completely different shirt and boxers. So I had gotten up in the middle of the night, no recollection, completely changed, no idea why.
Did you commit a crime?
I don't know. So yeah, that's always like a, hey, what's going on, dude? You don't like, it's a very odd feeling to wake up in different clothes and completely sober, wake up in different clothes and be like, how did this happen?
That's why I sleep naked.
Yeah.
That is scary.
Yeah. So hopefully Sleepwalking Dan can get back some hours this weekend. But I'm just, because my real fear now, and it's not really like a crazy fear, like I don't think I'm going to walk outside or anything, but is to, if I wake up my kids, then Sleepwalking Dan, that's the worst thing you could possibly
That'd
do.
be, yeah. Or like go out to your balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sleepwalking.
Which
scares
one?
Me.
Yeah, no, I'm a sleepwalker. And it's bad. It's bad. Billy.
First Fyre Fest, ran too close to some Canadian geese with some gooselings, and the parents tried to attack me and my dog.
It's goslings, but that's fine.
I would fuck up a Canadian geese.
I would have too, but they migratory.
Sounds like you ran away.
No, Migratory Bird Act. It's like a federal crime.
Wait, so you had your dog and you still ran away?
No, because my dog. I was like trying to make sure my dog like didn't like step to this goose.
You know what? Billy's dog definitely thinks that Billy's a bitch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No. The thing is,
Billy's dog is like, dude, we could have handled that.
They do this thing when they were like are about to attack. They do this like bumping with their neck. They go up and down.
Yeah, we know.
They're mean.
I've seen it.
And
That's how I've killed all my geese.
Go at you.
I would tie its neck into a knot.
There was way too many witnesses on the Hoboken.
Sounds like
Riverwalk.
a lot of excuses.
Sounds
But
like you're getting dominated by
I
Canada.
would've
between the
fucked
fire,
up.
the fire, and you having to wear a mask from Canada.
Yeah, you know
and
what?
now their geese are coming after you.
You
I know,
totally
I
would
know.
have fucked him up.
I would have if I could have gotten away with it, but like it would have been a lot of paperwork. I would have been late to work.
A lot of paperwork.
A lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
All these things. Damn.
But totally would have. Also, didn't want to orphan those gooselings. Second one,
I would have killed them too. You have to. What? I agree with you. Don't. Oh, wow. Huge butt. Billy, I'm with you. You can't leave orphans, so you just kill them all, and then you kill anyone who saw you.
And also, those goslings will grow up to be adult geese, and they'll track down the person that killed their parents.
Exactly.
It's
Inigo
like Batman.
Montoya.
Yeah,
and they can fly.
yeah. People forget that about geese.
People do forget that they are birds.
So second Fyre Fest, I have to. So I like am going to be moving out of my apartment at the end of my lease, and it's like 2 months in the future.
This tweet was so funny.
No, but this is annoying.
Can you read? Is this what you're talking about? Can I read it?
That's part
read
of
it.
it.
Read it. I
But
want to see it. I missed it.
What that like?
This was all like Billy in a nutshell. Keep going.
I understand that like you're allowed to, like I don't own the apartment I'm in, but like they're requesting all these times to come into my house and like it's kind of like
All right, ready?
They're coming in to show off your apartment,
Yeah.
and somebody's walking in being like, "Why is there a hedgehog?"
Here,
Yeah.
this was a tweet. Realtor wants to show my apartment, but I don't know what the repercussions of them seeing a hedgehog, squat rack in the kitchen, illegally fastened pull-up bar, and a dog that's definitely above the weight limit will be.
And I also I have a heavy
nice
bag. I have a heavy bag that's fastened to the door, like to the ceiling, and it's like there's a bunch of drywall on the floor, and like the walls are fucked up. And I was gonna fix it all bore I moved out, but like I haven't had time to do that.
Why are
and
the
it's,
walls
like,
fucked up?
Because like sometimes
Billy
like,
used to have the punching bag leaning against the wall.
And then,
Okay.
and then like it's not really big enough for a squat rack. So sometimes like the side of the bar hits the wall and like cracks it. So like I have like some plastering to do and stuff. So like they're gonna walk in there and it's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hang up a bunch of art. Just put posters everywhere.
But like, should I just make them come when I'm not there? My dog's not there.
Yeah,
and
make
they
them
just,
come.
Like, they just deal. They're just like, holy fuck.
Yeah, start stroking them.
What happens if they can't sell the apartment because I'm like,
Jail. You go to jail. So you should have killed the geese because you would have been there anyway.
yeah. Well,
You'll figure
I
it
bet
out.
there's an AWL that wants to take over. What about as is?
Here's
Leave the hedgehog, leave the squat rack in the kitchen.
Here's
the pull-up bar. I bet you could find somebody directly to rent it out to.
Here's the thing,
That's a
Billy.
good idea.
You got to
Piece of
remember.
history.
Okay, this landlord rented an apartment, their apartment, to 22-year-old Billy
And Mince as his
Mincy.
neighbor.
They knew what the deal was. I don't think they didn't rent it to a 65-year-old, widower. They rented it to a 22-year-old Billy. That apartment in Hoboken, like that, they expect it.
okay.
They'll probably ding you a little bit, but it's not anything more than that.
I was gonna spackle the walls. I was gonna
Yeah,
do
do it.
that. Take a day.
Totally
Stack 'em
were.
up.
Yeah, you were going to.
But like I
You had
just,
to weed the backyard first.
Yeah, but I haven't had time yet. And
Have
all
you
of a
still been
sudden,
doing that?
Where are
every-
you moving
once
to?
a-
Are you
once a-
moving in
once a
Hoboken?
month?
I'm not doing that anymore.
Are you moving just to another place in Hoboken?
I'm thinking we're just looking at different places.
Okay, that's as
are you-
vague as I'd
Yeah,
expect.
but no, what was the answer you gave the other day? Metropolitan.
Metropolitan area.
Okay, tri-state area.
Is there still graffiti on your fence in the backyard?
That was chalk, and we got it off.
Okay.
We got like fun party trick. Get chalk spray paint if you have like a brick wall, and then just go nuts with it.
Just don't spray paint any dogs.
Then just yeah.
That happens from time to time.
Okay, good Fyre Fest, Billy. Jake, finish us off.
Yeah, last week I experienced something I've never experienced before. I had heartburn / acid reflux for the first time. I thought I was dying.
Welcome,
I
Jake.
thought I was dying. I thought that was it.
You gotta start pre-tumsing now. You gotta take pre-tums.
It's just like you feel like you're getting stabbed in the chest.
Yeah, you got to do pre-tums before you have any alcohol, like tomato sauces. There's
Whiskey.
actually a lot of stuff that falls under alcohol. Yeah, any type of alcohol.
Specifically whiskey.
Pizzas,
It was scary.
Chicken wings.
I could look at whiskey and get heartburn.
You're gonna have to pre-tums, and then
Is that a thing? Just getting older? Like how
yes,
does-
Yeah.
and then you wait 10 more years, and then the pre-tums isn't strong enough, so you have to start taking a pill every single day.
Yeah, it was
it's
not
like,
fun.
It's our form of birth control. That
Yeah,
we do.
I was panicking.
Hank got it for the first time. What was it, like 3 or 4 years ago? And we were in Vegas, and we're just like, man,
I was proud.
yeah.
How often do you guys get it?
Every day.
What?
Yeah.
It's all
I haven't got
dependent.
it in a while.
It's all dependent on what you eat and how late you eat.
Yeah.
Like if you eat late, that's a problem.
If you happen to put in a Zyn 9, you get heartburn.
I won't. do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
So
you're a straight
there's-
tobacco guy.
There's certain things you'll just learn, tricks that you got to avoid.
All right.
Yeah.
Basically, your life is over. You peaked. That's officially how you know.
I got a hole in one.
when you. Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
good way to go out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever put baking soda in water and chug it
No.
as an emergency?
I-
That works and
Does it?
neutralizes the acid.
I mean, I normally would just like shrug off any medical advice Billy gave me, but I'm willing to try anything when it comes to heartburn.
Like a spoonful of baking soda and then just chug water.
Wait, can you mix the baking soda into the water,
Yeah.
or is it better if you just raw dog?
But
the baking
sometimes
soda?
the baking soda just ends up at the bottom of the cup and then you don't get it and you're like panicking because your heart's burning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Bicarbonate.
speaking of heartburn, what's the food upstairs? I'm really fucking hungry.
Empanadas.
Numbers.
69.
18. That was a good one. That fooled me.
That was incredible. That was a fucking me and Hank.
That was an alley-oop. That
Look
was
across the hall.
that was the podcast version of the LeBron and Wade alley-oop in Milwaukee.
Because Billy was prepared for it. He was getting ready, like he's gonna do something.
You took Billy's love of the sex number but distracted him with his only bigger love, which is free food.
Billy, give me credit. That was fun. You didn't even know what
Nah, dude,
happened.
I've been reading meditation. I'm chill.
You've been reading meditation.
Meditations.
Okay, got it. All right, who else has it? So Hank's got 69.
I'll do 96.
I'll go 26. Only one that hasn't been picked.
20.
Billy, what was your number?
I'm going to go.
Something chill. What's the most zen number?
I'm going to go with.
Infinity.
I'm going to go with 1.
Okay.
I actually hope that you get it, because that's Memes' number.
Yeah, Memes has never got it.
Oh my God, 1 was just there.
Oh no. 78. 78. See you guys Monday, U.S. Open, more Mount Rushmore of guys you don't fuck with, and a big guest.
Love you guys. Also, animal fact for the day is Billy's shirt that he claimed was an Allosaurus. Turns out it actually is a T-Rex.
Okay,
and I know more about dinosaurs.
Okay,
than he
no,
does.
that is not.
And
okay.
planes.
I'm in denial. I asked the designer to put an Allosaurus. They put a T-Rex. I just have been willing it to be an Allosaurus. It's a T-Rex. I didn't get it wrong.
You did get it
I was
wrong
in
though when you
denial.
said that it was actually an Allosaurus because look at the crest.
I was just in denial.
Okay.
I was in denial.
You weren't lying. You were in denial.
in
You believe
denial.
the lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I believe it, they can believe it.
Yep.
Also, update on those orca attacks. Turns out the orcas may be using the boats that they're attacking to train the younger orcas how to hunt. It may not be some sort of retribution situation
They haven't attacked anyone.
Just boats.
that you know of.